watching these and admiring the mobsters.
I used to be a gangster.
They used to be more than just criminals.
I used to be a gangster. I used to be a gangster.
They wanted to be a mafia.
I used to be a gangster and force of lords, known for spraying bodies in many of drug wars. They say I'm a villain, a top-notch crook. I'm getting paid 50 G's for each life that I took. A meeting was called, everybody would join. I'm in the back playing the wall as I flip a coin. Tough decisions to make, a lot of dollars at stake. I was taught to extort, pistol whip them and take. Call me an assassinator, hit man for hire. The untouchables are the guys that I admire. I used to be a gangster. I used to be a gangster.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on, Banger?
What's going on, Lane?
How you doing today?
What's going on, people of the world? It's your man D Banger Thomas.
It's landlord. This be your own therapist. Happy birthday, A. That was, I played that as his Big A birthday today, so that was a happy birthday tribute.
Happy birthday,
What's
big bro.
What's going on with you today, though?
Everything is good, bro. I don't have any complaints, man. I was a little behind schedule. Work was a little hectic today, but other than that, it's a holiday tomorrow, so have the day off. I'll be able to regroup and all that. How's everything on your side?
I can't complain. I don't know what's going on. Y'all got the give me a second with everything. We just got back on, so. I got my man C got in the house, Corey. I got my man Golden Child, a Grace, and I'm gonna bring them up in a minute. Today's topic for all those that didn't see it is basically when something serious happens in life and you forced to make real decisions on how to regroup and keep it going. I want to keep it broad and open so it doesn't put us but when life gets real serious, like what happens? So my brother went through a situation and I wanted him to explain it, and we'll all chime in on what's going on around that. So let me bring my fellas up here right now. I don't want to get too long-winded. What's good? What's good? Hey, Grace, what's good? Corey, what's good? Everybody,
What's good, D-Banger? What's going on, man?
What we gonna have to do is I don't know what's going on with your microphone. Go back out and come back in. I'm gonna hit you. What we gonna do is we're gonna let Corey set the tone.
I can't hear nothing. I can't hear shit. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know what's up with this, dog.
Anybody else having problems?
For some reason I can't hear nothing.
I can hear.
Good. Yeah. Corey, you good? You hearing that?
Yeah, but I can't hear y'all though, man. Y'all coming through. Y'all not coming through.
Oh,
okay.
What
you got your speaker on?
I don't know. I can't hear nothing, bro.
I don't think. Can you hear us a little bit? No.
Give us a second, people of the world, as we handling our technical difficulties.
Yo.
I can hear you good, but we can't. You saying you can't hear us? We can hear you.
I don't know, bro. I can't hear nothing, bro. I can't hear shit coming through my phone, bro. For some reason, I can't hear y'all, man. I can't hear y'all for some reason, bro. I don't know. Let me try.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I'm trying to tell it, man. Just look.
Big C, what's going on over there, bro?
What's up, D-Banger?
Yo, everything is good, bro. I haven't seen you since I first came home, Big C. I'm approaching 2 years
now.
I
know, man. You out there doing your thing, man.
Slowly but surely, man.
I'm proud of what you're doing, man. I don't be hearing a lot about you, but it's good to hear that from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good that you don't hear a lot about me. You know,
Yeah,
that's a good thing, you
Yo,
know.
yeah,
But
that's
y'all
good.
can hear me?
yeah, it's good to see you
Yeah,
though,
we can
bro.
hear you. Yeah, good to hear from you, man. Just came to show some love real quick. I don't be doing shit all day. So
Definitely appreciate you pulling up though.
yeah, you know I had to get a cut, you know, because this is being recorded. It's gonna be played for later.
That's a fact to the world, for the world to
Yeah,
see.
so I
You see,
won't be
Gutter.
on point.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
know
what's
if the
up.
camera. Let me know if the camera's too close or
Now you
whatever.
good. Now you
Yeah,
right on point. Yeah, everything
yeah,
is good.
yeah,
You right in the middle of the screen and all of that. You good.
yeah. The phone got a feature where it says face in the middle of the screen, face in the middle of the screen. Yeah,
Oh,
so that should be dope.
oh,
Yeah,
for real? Okay.
yeah, because I got it on the blind mode and shit, so the shit talk to me and tell me if I'm doing the right shit. So
Oh,
every
okay.
time I move,
So,
every time I
hey,
move, it correct me. Yeah,
Yo, y'all can hear me now?
I can hear you. It
yeah,
just kicked me out. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
yes.
Yeah, we
There
can
we
hear you.
go.
Hey, you
Okay,
good?
yeah. What's good? What's good?
What's
Yeah, I
good?
just got back in here. I got kicked out too.
Yo, I'm
All
lost in the
right. Well,
sauce.
basically to bring you up to speed, Land. You know, see, Corey and I, we were just over here, you know, just chopping it up, just catching up and everything. But you know, now that you back and everything, you know, you could take over from there. As far as the topic, people of the world, you know, like Land said, basically, today's topic is when you go through something traumatic in your life and how are you able to regroup from that, and when that traumatic experience is something that you know you never felt or thought that you would deal with, basically, you know, in a simple form. So I'll turn it over to you, Land, so you can reintroduce our guests and then we can get right into it.
Yo, they crashed us, and this is only what our third attempt at doing this. I feel privileged because they kicked us all off, Grace. Don't think it was just you. I'm looking
Yo,
like, what the fuck going on with my joint? I see mutes and all that and shit. Niggas talking, I hear them, they mute. I'm like, yo, hold up, something going on. Yo, this is Be Your Own Therapist. It's basically a phone where, like you can see, a group of brothers get together and we become our own therapists. We talk about our situations today, situations we might be going through in life, and we just conversate. We ask each other how we got through them, and we might question each other to figure out how we can get strength to go on in these challenges in our lives. So, like my brother was saying, we got my man A Grace, that's Golden Child 120, and we got my
yes,
man
sir.
C Gutter, that's
Good evening.
Corey. We was gonna let Corey set off the forum and let him tell us his story, and then after that, we'll all just chime in. We apologize again for the technical difficulties, but that's only because I ain't see no L's in the sky. I see everybody getting them ready, but they wasn't lit. That's why we fucked up. We good now, though. We good. We definitely good now, y'all. We all good. You see us all with the L's?
In the sky.
Yeah.
Billy Ray in the sky.
That's right, bro. So do me a favor when we off. Let's just mute our mic just so if we do have a something behind us playing, nobody gets interrupted. All right, see, God, I'm gonna give you the floor, bro.
All right. Yeah, what's up, yo? What's up, Double A? I'm chilling, man. Everything good. I just want to start off by saying my name is Corey. I'm 39 years old, and I came on here just to give everybody a perspective of what it's like to, go through any type of, sad tragedy situation. Now, I don't want to say tragic because that's a very, decorative word, but some things and sometimes in life things happen that you don't expect, and when you at your lowest, you really gotta decide for yourself. You can have all the outside positive encouragement, everything gonna be all right. People love you, but it really like tested me because I really had to decide whether after all these years whether how much I love myself.
Sorry,
And
Corey. Give me
yeah,
1 second. I introduced my brother wrong. Like I said, the L's wasn't lit. For all those, this is my brother Corey. Now, Corey, like he just stated, is 39. We were both raised together. For half of our childhood, I can honestly say I didn't know that he was legally blind in one eye. Like I just thought maybe he had his eye was messed up or something, like, you know, but I didn't know he was actually blind in the eye. Corey went on to play basketball. He went on to get a college scholarship for basketball. He went on to be a teacher in life. And he did all of this with one eye. And you didn't notice that he only had one eye. And then later on in life, he was hit with another tragedy. He wouldn't want to call it, but it was. And he lost sight in his other eye. So the question was really for my brother to go, like, how do you go on in life, and what's the new things you learn, and what's this to go on during these chapters? I'm sorry, bro. Now you can take over.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, thank you, man. But yeah, like to that point, you know, when I was going through it, because it to be honest with y'all, but to put it in perspective, it happened over a course of 36 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have time to prepare. You know, I went to work. You know, I was doing a delivery job. You know, my vision was blurry. You know how you get that cloudy eye in the morning, you think it's gonna go away, but it persisted throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? I bought eye drops. I stopped somewhere on my route, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. And I eventually just went to the doctor, and they gave me some eye drops and sent me home. I had a follow-up the next day. I went to the hospital. They admitted me. That's the last time I've seen anything. So, you know, in that moment, you know, you think you forget about everything you did, you know, everything you accomplished. And that one moment is like, it freezes, you know, because, you know, being blind now, not be able to, I don't have any light perception, no depth perception, no peripheral vision, nothing. It's just, I haven't seen my body in like 3 years, you know what I'm saying? So it's really like, the best way to describe it, having had sight, is like being in a dark room and all you could do is feel around, you know, like a pitch black room. You have no light from your cell phone, no light from a cigarette, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And but at that moment, you know, I cried, you know, I broke down because I thought I was gonna die, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, and I'm not exaggerating, like, you know what I'm saying? And I just looked to God. I started, you know, going on YouTube and reading stuff and listening to stuff. But the first thing that kept me going was my daughter, Zoe Janae. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know if she wasn't born or she wasn't here, if I had no kids, I probably would have just gave up. But the type of determination I got and all the stuff, I started thinking about everything I did and everything I've been through, and all the people I've influenced with the kids, with the students, everything. And I thought about it from the outside in, because it's easy to be selfish and take pity on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Which I did. But I just thought about my daughter and me being around for her. You know, not having my pops. You know, that was the first and foremost thing. Besides, you know, my mom, Miss K, God bless her soul, anybody. And I just remember what she kept saying to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better get up and move your ass. You know what I'm saying? And Bam know my mom, like, she don't play no games. So what I say that to say, like, if everything fails within yourself, you know what I'm saying? You can only fail yourself. You could say people could force you to do stuff, but at the end of the day, it's you to make the decision. So I said, fuck, I'm just gonna use my brain. Like, I'm a smart nigga, I'll figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But the kick was, you know how you like to have everything instantaneous. With this, you can't skip any steps. You know how you cheat on a test, or, you know, you hop over a puddle, or, you know, you just take going across the street for granted. And I mean, I really have to take my time, you know? So that's a major theme of it. Just take your time with anything. If I had one message, just take your time. Cause your eyes can deceive you. What you gonna do when you have no eyes? You gotta take your time. Cause you gotta figure it out. So I'm just blessed that I have the training I got. I haven't had a lot of practice outside because of the pandemic. But I just wanted to say that, you know, it's a battle that's only for me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think of it as a battle no more. I'm ready to move on. I've accepted it for what it is for now. I'm gonna take steps down the line and see if they got any enhancements where I get some of my vision back. But in the meantime, I'm a person, I'm a dad, I'm a father, and that's what's keeping me going. My daughter, getting back to her, because I've been away for 3 years. So
I commend you, my
that's
brother.
what's keeping me going. Yeah, that's what's keeping me going.
I commend you, my brother.
Yeah.
Like we were saying before, could you give them a demonstration, because they didn't see how you introduced where you was to me. Where you at?
Okay. Yeah, so I was showing Bam earlier. Where I'm at in the nursing home is called the rec room, a day room. So it's just like a community room. So I give you guys a little 360 of where I'm at, because I've been here for so long. I could get in and out this place without no help now.
Mm-hmm.
I can get to the social work office. I can get to any office I need to. You know, I need the laundry. I do the laundry by myself now. I basically know everything. I know how to get in and out the building, the elevator. You know, so it's all about just one thing my therapist told me when I was doing my training was like, he was telling me you lucky, and I'm like, how am I lucky? He was like, because he deal with kids and adults who never seen anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you blessed because you seen, so you kind of visualize, you know what things look like, so it'll be easier for you to do your training. And I was like, yo, this nigga's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But then when I thought about it, he right, because I couldn't imagine not seeing what's going on right now. I'd be frustrated. I can't see what a music video look like, you know, what a phone look like, what a pair of sneakers look like, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it's different for that now. You know, when the new sneakers come out, people got to describe to you and shit. But at that point, I don't worry about it. But I'm gonna give you guys a quick panorama of the room so you can see where I'm at. So this is the day room. There's a little bit of people in here. So I'm gonna start from your left and go to my right. So over here is the radio. I don't know if you can see the radio. And then there's the windows. And then further up, I'm gonna keep going. It's the table. It's the table where I'm sitting at right now. Right there, that's the door where you go out the elevators. And then over here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's an ice machine and a microwave. And then there's more windows. And over here, you got some guys watching the TV. I don't know if you can see it. And this door behind me is a door I go out to go back to my room. So I'm gonna go back around so you can see.
Yo, see, you showed everything exactly on point as you were describing.
And then I'm back to me, and I'm sitting here. So that's basically it.
I said he came on here looking better than me. The man got his Rick Ross and everything.
Yeah, I went and got a haircut today and everything. Yo, I went out by myself with nobody, bro. I was proud of myself.
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, bro.
That's fire. Yo,
yep, I got my ride to the barbershop up there. I went to Ray and them up there. Ray helped me in the barbershop. I saw Ali. I paid him his money and I called my ride. When my ride came, Ray walked me out to the car. And we kept it moving, you know, so.
Man gonna do all that. Ray helped you with all that, and you went to Ali. But that's cool. That's cool.
Hey, yo,
that's cool.
Ain't right.
Hey, yo, pardon me, man.
That's still hood. Ray, I still know this. I want Ali.
I know Ray gonna see this and be like, what? He gonna be like, what, nigga?
No, you could have told
Well,
me
yeah, I'm
to that, man. That boy Brian pay attention. I'm sorry, I sat in the wrong chair.
Yeah, you know, I just want to say one last thing, but like it really, you know, we all take like for granted. We don't realize it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And being in this position, you know me, Bam. I'm always hard on myself, but I realize that I gotta be a little bit more easy on myself too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a real difficult position. You know, not no pity party shit or nothing, but I really gotta take my time. Really got to take my
Yeah,
time. You know what I'm saying? So, because like all of us, everything we do is on our time. We got kids, we got wives and girlfriends and shit. But at the end of the day, we gotta take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if we're not good for ourselves, we ain't good for anybody. You know what I'm
We're gonna
saying?
be
Even if they
good
like us, even if they love us. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I realize. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be going through it some days, you know,
So
but
in reality, that whole
yeah.
process kind of helps you slow down.
Yeah, and just think, you know, like think before you act. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I could just like I could get out the bed and sit up, but I can't get, you know how you get out the bed and you just walk to the bathroom, you jog in the morning,
Mhm.
you rubbing your eyes and all that. No,
No,
I
but
really
like
gotta
you
be
said,
up. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
but,
gotta be focused on where I'm going.
but like you said
But it's
before
almost to
you.
the point.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's like I never seen this building, but I know what it looks like, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
We understand. I understand.
Yeah. Like I never seen this place, but I know what it looks like. Like if I had an opportunity to draw, I could draw you what this room looks like.
Well, you kind of did
Because this
just draw
building,
us what the room looked like.
yeah. Because this building is they described it to me as it's a building with red bricks and it's shaped like an octagon.
How many levels
So
have you been on in that building?
I've been on
And
every level. We had I'm on the fourth floor. When we was quarantined last year, they moved if you if somebody tested positive on a unit, they were sending us up to the fifth floor to hold everybody who was exposed.
how
So
was that? How was that process being alone and being quarantined and all that during the epidemic? With
yeah, it sucked because you know your time outside was cut short to 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and then I couldn't go out and smoke. So you know I was going to the bathroom and shit. You know what I mean? When the nurses wasn't there, I've been in here so long. I know when the nurses going on break, and that'd be my time. If I don't feel like going outside, I go. You know what I mean? But that experience is crazy. You know, I couldn't get my Amazon orders and all that, so I couldn't order nothing. Now I had to wait 2 days for it to get up here because people bring up your packages. But everything open now, so when my packages come, I can just get what I need to get, go to security and get it. You know what I'm saying? But those 9 months is crazy.
and then
But the good thing about it, I was in my own room though for those 9 months, so I was good.
what are some of your new hobbies and like new things that you found that now you pay more attention to and you intaking more?
You know, like you know me, I study English, so you know I like to read, and part of it is listening and seeing the fact that all I could do is listen. I think I'm understanding what's going on in the world more now than when I had sight. That's one thing I want to mention to y'all too.
Because now you have to pay attention without being able to see it.
Yeah, you don't have the distractions like the devil in a red dress or somebody. You know, you don't have to worry about facial expressions. All you got to worry about is tone. And you know, with tone, you could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody could be in a good mood but have like just a negatively, you know, connotatively sounding kind of, you know, word or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that could get misconstrued being in this position. You can't see facial expressions, shit like that. You know, so you don't have to worry about how people look because everybody's black to me. So. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. You can laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's true. You know what I'm saying? You know what? How people say we all black when the lights go out.
True when you just came on and you called me a light skinned motherfucker. Don't act like you don't understand when you came on here at first. What you called me? You light skinned motherfucker. So you know.
It's true. It's true, bro. We all black when the lights go out, bro. We all black. It's true.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. You still keeping your sense of humor and all that, bro. Word.
Yeah, I got to, man, because like we are our own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? If we really want to be, we could be our own worst enemy. People could stab us, shoot us, steal from us, break our hearts, but at the end of the day, we still our own worst enemy. And that's what's getting me through. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? Look at people on the street. You know what I'm saying? So and then I'm well read and well versed, so you know, it'd be hard sometimes, but
Yeah.
I got my daughter, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be a dad, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the dad that I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. So
Yeah, I commend you, bro. For real.
she's giving me all the energy I need, as well as God and my own faith and my own determination too.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to sit back and think about everything I accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And think about this is just another step. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So, and that's what I'm doing until I could get it fixed. Or if I can't get it fixed, just, you know what I'm
Find the
saying?
beautiful
Something you just
spots
gotta
about it.
accept and just go about your life. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of life to live. So
Word up. You're getting over them tribulation, man.
So now
yeah,
you know I'm stupid. You know I'm gonna make a joke. So now you Ray Charles in it. Now you Ray Charles in it. You feeling the risk? You taking the risk?
I'm Jamie Foxx in it. Yeah, I'm
Jamie Foxx in it.
Yeah.
You ain't no
Yeah,
thick
B.
risk on your side.
Ain't no what?
Ain't no thick risk. You know he was feeling it. Ain't no thick risk over here. Nah, I can't trust it.
To be honest, it's more than the risk, bro. Because I got some action this summer for the first time in like 3 years. And I tell you, having sex when you're blind,
Yo.
all that fat ass, big titty stuff don't even matter.
Yeah, but your sensations is heightened though. Your touch sensations is heightened though.
Oh hell yeah!
So,
hell yeah!
So that
you
shit,
said you had another 3 years. You lucky
that
she had to work with you because he probably came off touch. You know, he was
fuck out of here, nah, nigga.
Work with me, baby.
But that shit is not true though. With the Ray Charles thing, maybe it's for him. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I think from my perspective, it's different for everybody. You know, because I learned a lot about people who are vision. There's some people who like this dude that work. His name is Derek. He work in recreation. Like he a regular person. He worked through the day, but he can't work after a certain time because he got like night blinders, and he so he worked, but he on disability. So you know when it get dark, he gotta be on his way home before it get dark because he has night blinders. He told me that his wife has to drive him around. You know, he just bought a new car a couple months ago. He can't drive it because he's legally blind, but he could see. He read his phone. He even be showing me where to go sometimes when I get lost. So it's a lot of different situations. You know, you got people who have low vision that need like bright light, big phonetic letters when they're reading. And you got people like me who are totally in the dark. Like I'm not in the dark. Like it's not black. Like I don't see color or nothing, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like sometimes I see like
images,
like a comic, like it looked like a comic book strip without the words and without the characters. That's when it kind of looked like.
Outside or a book?
No. In terms of me seeing what I see. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but I was thinking about that.
It's like an inner vision. It's like your inner vision.
Yeah. You know, it's like
he's talking some Neo shit. He's saying when Neo got, he said, "Don't worry, I have to see him," and then all them niggas turned red and never covered.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. It's With Neo saw, that's different because even though he saw their silhouette, like I don't even see silhouettes of people. Like you could walk up on me and I wouldn't know you there unless you say something, unless you wearing like some heavy boots or you got some keys jingling or I know your voice or you know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
That's how it is.
What senses picked up that you noticed?
My hearing.
Okay.
And another thing that's different that I had to become aware of is when there's different sounds when you go through rooms in different areas. So like when I come off the elevator and go into the day room, I know what sound to expect, the TV, the radio, and the sounds open up when you come to the door. But I walk at a certain speed. My therapist told me I had to speed up so I could hear the sounds better, because when you walking slow, you don't hear the sounds of, like, it's like different sounds. You know how if you put both your hands over your ear, it sound like an ocean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that. That's what I got to use. So when I'm going through doors and stuff, I could kind of, like, I'll tap my stick with the door so I'm knowing I'm going through the door, but I could hear like the sound change when your stick hit the walls and when it hit the floors, like different floors and stuff. If I come in the day room, like there's like, if you look at it, there's like tile on the floor. So when I hit that tile, I know I'm in the day room.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rest of the nursing home is just that hard floor. So you know what I'm saying, it's just different what they call tactual senses and all that. So
How long have you been in there?
it'll be 2 years next year in March.
And you looking to get out when?
I'm trying to get out before this summer.
Okay.
Because they told me that they really can't help me here. They told me, the social worker told me the other day, after all this time gassing me up. You know how I am. You know, I'm kind of gullible and give people the benefit of the doubt, and I be knowing better. But so now I got the motive. Then I'm saying, you know what? All we need is we don't need that much motivation. You know what I'm saying, all we, you know what I mean, say no more. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So that's what I'm taking it, because it's a lot of shit I could do. You know what I'm saying? So if I just embrace it and not worry about the whole season, just use my brain and try to like activate the other parts that I need to, you know, develop, I could do a whole lot of shit. It's a guy that I know that's my therapist. He works for the Commission for the Blind. He's a blind guy. He got a dog, a black lab named Mickey. He walk around. He get on trains, buses, and all that. He, you know what I mean, with the dog and everything. And he been blind for like going on 30 years. And he's the commissioner of the Commission for the Blind. You know, they supposed to help you, you know, get your rent down and stuff when you get an apartment. So he's just waiting for me to get the apartment, and then he gonna step in, because I've been dealing with him since I first got here. So once I get this place, everything gonna come flooding. All the help I need and everything. I just need a place, because they can't help you in here. It's all this bureaucracy. I gotta be homeless or in a shelter to get all that stuff. And the nursing home is not considered a shelter. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not homeless. So, you know, all the BS I gotta go through. So I'm good though, man. You know, I told Bam that I reconnected with my little brother too. You know, that was important for my growth too. You know, to get right with my little brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do that too. You know, so
Big C, I just wanted to
yeah.
I wanted to first and foremost, bro, like, just thank you once again for, you know, coming on and basically, you know, giving your testimony and telling your story. Like, to hear the strength and everything that you were able, you know, to find within yourself in the midst of everything that you've been going through is very commendable, and I really admire that. Now, the one thing that the one thing that I do know, you know, with you is like what Lan said, like your sense of humor and everything, you know, hasn't changed at all, bro. Like your energy, your spirits, and everything, bro. It's like you and I have briefly bumped into each other on Facebook, and you had sent me a message, not verbatim, but basically, you know, like, you know, every time I saw you, you always had words of encouragement and, you know, things of that nature. And when you said that, you know, that was a blessing coming from you, you know, because of where I've come from and the things that I've done. So, you know, that was a blessing. When you were talking about everything, I wanted to ask you, you know, like,
thank you. You're welcome, bro.
I really appreciate you, Corey, like, you know, from day one. When you were talking about your daughter, bro, and you were saying that you haven't been able to spend time with her, have you been able to speak to her like regularly and everything?
Yeah, I speak to her like every day. You know, some days she don't answer the phone. She's 9. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so you know, I don't get mad. She don't answer the phone. She 9 years old. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I call, I text. She'll text. Even if she don't text, a day go by, she don't text. I'm hitting her up. Like, what's good? Like,
Right.
I'm your dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
and she's 9. So you know, you kind of know what your kids are going through, but you don't know because she's 9. So she really don't. Not that she can't express herself. Cause I'll be asking her, but I don't press her. You know, I ask every while.
Right.
You know, don't tell daddy what's on your mind. What do you think? She'd be like, nothing. And I'd be like, all right, you know, cool. You know, when you ready to articulate yourself and talk to me, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be like perfect. You know what I'm saying? Not perfect, but you know what I mean? So I call every day, every other day, text her. I'm actually seeing her tomorrow because I got to give her some money for her birthday, but it's only for a little while because her mom's got to work. So they're going to stop by the block for like a few minutes. I'm going to give her money. I'm going to give her M&M's plain as she like. I'm going to give her a kiss and a hug and just you know, that's just that moment tomorrow is just for us. I'm not going to think of nothing else but her. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
awesome, bro. Like,
so I'm looking
I'm
forward
really
to it.
happy for you, bro.
Yeah.
That you know, that you're able to have her. Like what you said, I identified with in a form as far as like when you were saying if you didn't have her right now, you know, especially with everything that you were dealing with, and you know that's how I feel about my son. He's 9 also, blessed, and
Bless
so
bless.
yeah, so it's like that's how I feel about him and when he came into my life. But bro, outside of that, like Big C, as far as like the closest people to you, you know, like your closest friends and everything, like how has that transition been? See, like when with everything that you've been dealing with, and you know you socializing with everyone, or even everyone, you know, checking in on you.
I mean, I don't really mind, you know, the thing. I don't, maybe I don't open myself up for somebody that say, "Oh, let me call Corey," or nothing like that. Maybe I did something to kind of close it off, or maybe it's just in my head. I don't really get too perturbed about people not reaching out because I'm the reaching out type. You know what I'm saying? So I reach out and you know, just to get out of my situation and when I'm going to see what's going on in somebody else's, and just if there's something on, you know, if I can't do anything, you know, physical, you know, I can say something verbal, you know, or some type of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? And it works both ways. It gets me away from my situation for however long, and I'm giving that negative energy and turning to something positive by giving it to somebody else. You know, I know that sounds kind of funny, but
No,
that's the
that sounds exactly right.
yeah.
See, and that's who you are. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
who
ain't no
you've
such thing
always
as
been. So it's basically
word.
you just continuing to transfer that energy regardless of how you feel. So that makes perfect sense to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense to me. Regular scheduled programming. But what I was
Yeah.
thinking about as you were saying that is that, you know, like you epitomize the you know, to be your own therapist, man, because that's exactly what you've done through this whole process within the last couple years. You know, you've adapted on top of everything that you were already doing in that sense of being your own therapist, you know, but once you dealt with everything and the total, you know, that loss of your sight, you know, you stepped into that mode. When you did, you know, you went through your phase like you had mentioned earlier, but then you stepped into that mode of being your own therapist, reaching out,
Yeah.
you know, with the research online and everything, you know. So I definitely commend you, bro, because I tell you that it's true when they say God won't give you any more than you can handle, bro, because I don't know what I would do. See, like
Right,
seriously.
man.
So it's
Right.
like, you know what I mean, bro? And I never, it's like what Lane had said earlier, like knowing you all these years, I didn't focus on you. I didn't know that you were legally blind, but at the end of the day, I didn't focus on your eyes or anything. Like my nickname for you has been Jolly Green Giant, you know, because you was always,
Yeah.
I'm like one of the shortest out the crew, and then, you know, like you so tall and everything, and you was always so humble. So, know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
that,
thank you.
yeah, man. But outside of that, bro, when you were breaking down the tones of the voices, and
He
when you were
intimidated
talking
him.
about coming into the room and the different sounds, you know,
Yeah.
that was awesome. And when you were doing the pan view of the room, prior to you doing that, you had already broke down the description and saying how you had everything mapped out, and then it was like show and proving. It was like show and tell. You was just like, all right, so check this out, and then everything that you were
What you
saying.
used to call him, though? What you said you used to call him, though? I'm sorry.
I said,
Jolly Green Giant.
Big C, he was over there live. I was like, yeah, my nickname for you was Jolly Green Giant because you was so tall. At the end of the day, like that was the first, you know what I mean, thing I had come up with in my mind, and you were so humble and everything,
Yeah.
like in the bond, like, you know what I mean. You just, when I pulled up in the neighborhood, you what I mean, you just accepted me with open arms and everything, you know what I mean. So yeah, so Land was over there having his moment, see. But but what I was
no, I see what you called him.
so I was breaking down the rooms and everything, see. But then like I wanted to ask you about like the intuition, you know, like prior to the loss of your sight and everything, like you may have been in a situation or been somewhere and got a feeling of some kind. Like, have you felt like your intuition or like the chemistry, you know, certain energy that you were aware of before, but now that's heightened, like how you mentioned your, you know, like your hearing, basically. Has any of those senses heightened or anything?
I don't know.
It's another bullshit coming.
As far as like people, you mean?
Yeah, well, yeah, I ain't even specify, but yeah, like people. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
No. I think he said his hearing heightened.
Yeah.
He said his hearing had enhanced. Yeah.
Yeah, like remember I was saying I don't have the peripheral. You know how you could look forward and see somebody coming by you?
Right.
Like I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like so
right.
Like I said, I wouldn't know if you're next to me unless you pull up or say something. Cause you could walk up on me cause I know that for a fact. Cause people have done it to like Reem do it to me all the time.
Right.
Nigga, Reem come up and tap my pockets. I know it's Reem. You know what I mean? Cause he always tap my pockets when I could see. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. That's a fact.
So it's certain things that you know. But with other people, I just be nice to them and say thank you. You know. Like the race and the color really don't matter, you know what I'm saying, to me, you know, and the true definition of like, honestly, like eyes really do deceive you, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So as far as like the chemistry, yeah, like people. So you were talking about the tones of voices and things. So like for me, like when you would talk about the hearing, like the phone, you know, I loved the phone since I was young. So like when I'm on the phone, I've gotten to the points that I can tell when someone is smiling as they're talking. So like within
nah, you really can't tell if somebody's smiling unless they're laughing, because you know when you're laughing, you're smiling.
Right.
But like if you just give like a smirk, like it's always a sound that come with a smirk or something like that. Like you can say and your lip go a certain way. So, and I've seen that, so I kind of use, like you said, the intuition, the imaginative factor of it to kind of picture what the face was like. With y'all, I know what y'all look like.
Right.
So when y'all talking, I got a picture of what y'all look like in my head when you're talking. You know.
So
I mean, how many times do you watch somebody talking with their mouth moving? You know, you don't really memorize that, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So you walking around with pictures of me in your head?
Yo, I can't. I can't, yo.
And then what photo are you using when you see me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
But do I gotta cut when you see me?
Yes.
Oh,
the last picture I got of you, the picture, when I think about you, here's the picture I think about. Think about that album cover I think one of your first album covers.
That's good.
And you know how we always talk about your neck leaning to the left. So every time I look at you, I see the neck leaning to the left with that little fake black Jerry curl you got. And
Jerry curl. Man gave me a Jerry curl in this mind. You made me Lionel Richie in your mind.
And you. That's where the
I got a picture of you. I got a picture of you in your mom's house rolling them Dutchies.
That's cool, man.
That's
cool.
where the characters.
We can have our comic book.
That's where the characters
and when I look
everything came in that. See, facts.
Yeah.
So
and when I look at Aaron, when I look at Double A, all I see is the Malcolm X movie.
You're a sucker.
You already.
I am Malcolm X, but that's good. That's good. I am.
And when I see D Banger, I just see D Banger with the nice hair, with the little gray in it, with the brown face, and just his the way he talk. You know what I'm saying? I know it's him. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So you just know. But with new people, it's different. You gotta learn voices. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta feel that.
All right, now here goes something comical. Now, do you try to imagine faces when somebody?
Oh yeah.
Right, so what about no disrespect? What about when you ever ask yourself in your head when you hearing a voice? Is that a man?
Yeah, I do. I be saying "sir" when it's really a miss sometimes.
No, you might not be. You might not be wrong. No, you might not be wrong.
I know.
The man is the detector.
Yeah, I be having that. I be having that problem. I'm like, oh yes, but I know all the nurses and all the aides are typically female. Like you'll know, like no, it's a resident in here that I thought was a female, but he couldn't be female because he on the men's unit. But I was going by one day and he sounded like a female. He was like, I'm on your right, I'm in the wheelchair, but the way his voice was sounding like a female. So I complained to the nurse one day. I was like, yo, why y'all got this lady up here? And they all looking at me like, what lady? And I'm like, the lady in the wheelchair. They're like, Corey, that's a guy. And I'm like, oh, okay. She sounded like a female. So that was just my ignorance because, obviously ain't no females on the men's part, you know what I'm saying? Because the females got their own building. So, but, stuff like that.
So you ever snuck over to the females building?
Hell no, man. These niggas is dirty in here.
What they gonna say?
I take a shower every day in this place, man. I don't play around. Niggas be dirty,
the females is dirty. Oh, you said the female. Oh yeah, your sense.
I mean, they all
females from his side.
Nah, they're in a totally different side of the building. They in one part of the building, we in the other part. But they be coming up here because they got like, you know what I mean? They got their little men's and stuff. They be coming up, but I don't want none of these people in here. I be chilling.
What do you think about relationship?
I definitely. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, what happened with the little piece that you said? There's some of you find,
Oh yeah. So the last time I had intimacy was my 36th birthday when I had Karanja make the shirt for me. I was all blued out. I had the nice haircut. My daughter was coming, you know what I mean? Then, my baby moms is feeling me. I already had something set up for that night, but I went with the go-to. I went with baby moms or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's the last time. So when the beginning of this year happened, around February or March, I was like, yo, my birthday in July, I gotta get some action for my birthday. And I kept saying to myself, yo, I'm gonna get something, like, speaking into existence. So I went on Facebook and, Facebook got the dating shit on there. So I clicked the tab and the shit basically uploaded my profile for me. So I ain't really had to do much. So I had pictures from, 2-3 years ago. I haven't taken any decent pictures to upload it. So I went through for like a couple of weeks, swiping left, swiping right. And then I matched with somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then I started talking and She was like 44 years old. She lived in Jersey. She was on dialysis. She had 3 kids, 24, 20, and 17. And she was on, you know how she was on, oh, I'm not trying to just have sex, I'm trying to be with somebody. I'm like, me too, you know what I'm saying? So we talking, whatever. And this was on June 13th. So we were supposed to meet for my birthday. She was like, oh, your birthday coming up. And I was telling her what my situation, we getting cool. So 8 days later, on the 22nd of June, she hit me up, was like, yo, what you doing? You trying to come through? So I'm like, nah, man, I don't know where I'm going and all this stuff, you know. She lived in Jersey, I don't know how to get out there. So I told her about the Access-A-Ride, how it go to all 5 boroughs. And she was like, oh, it don't go to Jersey. I'm like, no. So I said, the furthest I could go is Staten Island. So she Googled an address for me in Staten Island. That's 20 minutes away from my house in Woodbridge. There was some gas station out there in Staten Island. So I booked my ride, and I said, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. She was there an hour waiting for me before I even got there. When we got in the car, and she grabbed my hand, you know what I mean? She was talking nice to me. We went and got McDonald's. We went to the crib. We talked for a minute. The daughter was there in the living room on some mattress or whatever. So we go in the room, we talking, and then the daughter come in there and say some foul shit out of her mouth. Like, they got a crazy relationship. Like, they like mother and sister. Like, the daughter gonna say, she didn't even know me. She come in the room, we in there, yo, mommy, I got something to tell you. The mom like, what? She was like, why my boyfriend see you in my mouth last night and I ain't like it? And I'm like, yo, you don't even know me.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? So we end up, after that happened, we end up, you know, hooking up and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like that for a whole month until she started getting mental on me, and she's supposed to get this transplant for her dialysis, and she upset because it's the 3-year mark. She trying to get this transplant, and then one day in the morning, and she just start like just bending and stuff like that. So I'm listening, and then she start telling me how I need to be, if I'm gonna be with her, what I need to do. So I'm like, hold on. Everything was fine. I don't feel comfortable. So I start putting my clothes back on. She's like, where you gonna go? I gotta drive you back to your place. I say, yo, call me a cab or something, man. I gotta get out of here. She like, no, I'm just trying to tell you something. Why you just can't sit there and listen? So I'm feeling wild, uncomfortable. And then she's like, if you want to leave, I'll take you home. She grabbed the keys. So I'm like, all right. She's like, no, don't go. I'm sorry. So she make me stay, whatever. She made me come. We end up hooking up. And then after the last time I saw her, I think it was like July 12th, I just stopped talking to her because I ain't feel comfortable no more. And to this day, she's still hitting me up, asking around, calling, and all that stuff. So I just left her alone. We went to the beach a few times. We had sex in the water. Yo, she was crazy.
Like, hey, yo, see, you was not even to cut you off. I finally chimed in on some, like, you was really getting it in. See, now,
I was going over there like 2-3 times a week with my Access-A-Ride.
Yo, the man came out. He said, "Yo, she on dialysis. Yo, I'm sorry if y'all see me. I cut in.
But that's kind of how we connected, because she not working and I'm not working, and she not working. She on the what I mean. I don't know how she got her money, but I ain't really have to. Yeah,
I wasn't judging. Yeah. I'm just saying, you know how they say the first impression means a lot. So I just heard that. So everything you said after that, I heard is short dialysis. I didn't even have any kids she had. Because all I was trying to think about was like my nigga going over there. He got to go through an episode with her. So I was just somewhere else.
Yeah, that should have me fucked up. That should have me fucked up. Yo.
Hey, yo, see, not for nothing. You weren't able to catch that episode, but we had a whole episode over here in the beginning. And I was talking to Land about the chat line and the episodes and the adventures that I've been on. That sounds like word, see, yo, that as you were telling the story, see, word to everything. I was
it sounded similar.
Like, yo, see, sound like he be on my type of time, like he was on a real adventure, like type ish, like word.
Yeah.
Word. Hey, how you feeling, man?
I'm good,
I'm
man.
good.
Y'all niggas was rocking. I had to run, go take a piss.
Nah, I told y'all I apologize when I heard dialysis. That shit threw me somewhere else for a minute, so I
Oh,
was
I know,
off.
I know. Yeah.
What threw you off about that?
No, it was just how you drew it. Like you said, it's a painting. So when you start off the drawing, how you
But yeah,
highlighting it. So you was
so
like, this is
here's
the
what
age, this is the this, this is the this, and then you just hit me with that blow. Like that came right before the kids. Like now here the swing go, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. Like and I just landed. It landed. It was clear. I wasn't prepared. It landed.
yeah. So she's about 5'6". She's light skinned. She's Bayesian, and
Mm-hmm.
she got the port in her shoulder and all that where you really can't see it. But I show I FaceTime my homegirl Star Asia from college, and she was like, she look all right, bro. You all right? You know what I mean? So she had to confirm whatever. I
Oh,
think
all
that's
right,
one of the
that's
things
what's
that
up.
broke us up. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's one of the things that broke us up because when she was talking to my homegirl on the FaceTime, going back to that whole tone, like I didn't like her tone was kind of different. Like she was like, "Oh, why is this nigga got another girl?" You know what I mean? Like I don't care if they friends. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
so, you know how they, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. But and then she was losing her hair from the D
Yo,
word
you
because you
are
know how the
building.
DM is.
You are building up.
And she had like these kind of box braids. She kind of had it shaved on the sides and the back, and on the top of the head, she had like, cause she was growing her hair back, so she had like these. I call them like they wasn't like extensions. They were like I don't know. They was hard to describe, man. Like they were like big ass box braids. Like she had the piece of hair attached, and then she had that this long synthetic thing. It looked like a two going, like six of them shits look like Predator going all the way down to her ass.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
that's
Yeah, cause she
bananas.
grew her hair back or whatever.
yeah.
But
What's
she
up,
but she looked
baby?
good. She was good. She had some good ass pussy though. I know that. But she
Nah,
got hit. She got hit a little. Yeah, but it's all good, bro.
What's good? That's
yeah, and then you said,
West Side of here.
Hey, yo, C Gutter.
Yo,
Hey, yo, don't forget we made that song in the studio, nigga. Kush, nigga. This your boy right here, nigga. You know I love you like cook food, nigga. Come on, baby.
I honestly thought it was saying push.
Nah,
No,
yeah.
you didn't. No, you
I
didn't.
Yo, hey,
did.
what's
Right,
good,
Nick?
baby?
I wrote a whole song
Yo,
for the
what's up?
kids.
What's up?
That
You
one
know,
And
from
then I
you
wrote
know, I send my
I spit the whole song for the kids, right? With the kids, go to
and the
school,
shit said
this and
at the
that.
end,
And
Lil
then he
Wayne
telling
said,
me,
I just
oh,
want y'all to
the hook was
smoke
saying
Kush.
push, right? Not
Kush.
push.
Kush.
It was
Hey, yo,
saying push.
this some real shit, spam. Not everybody know this. I recorded C Gutter first song in the studio. How
Yeah,
about that one?
yeah,
Yeah, how about that one? Thank you.
how,
yeah.
how you see
We
Say
sat there,
Nick?
and wrote and everything.
How you see Say Nick? What picture he get? What album cover he
Yo,
got?
hey, what's up, man?
I
I
just got
send
a
my
picture of
love,
him
baby. You
laughing
already
all the
know.
time.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
He's
I
like
I
a,
send my
appreciate it,
love,
man.
man, to you, man. You already know
Yeah,
that, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
You're a
I'm
strong
holding
brother,
up.
man.
Yeah, I'm holding up, bro. It's like, you don't know, you don't really. Yo, you done, Corey?
yeah, I'm finished. Good. Yeah, you good.
All right. Nah, I was just saying, like, just trying to stick to the topic and shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know how strong you are until you really go through something. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah,
So like,
yeah,
losing your sight and all that. Like piggybacking off of what Corey was saying. It's like losing your sight is kind of like
Mute your mic, Say Nick.
it's kind of like y'all can hear me, right? Hello? Yeah, like what I'm saying is losing your sight is kind of like losing somebody like in death kind of in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you're not gonna really see that person no more. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah.
he dealing with his sight. Him losing his sight You know, it's just like you losing like a family member or something. But you know, you don't lose them all the way, but it's like visual is like you know, a big percentage of it. You feel what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why, you know, they have funerals and services so you could get to really see the person for the last time. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that shit is kind of deep, and it's kind of in the same way of like going blind, because you're not gonna really ever see, you know, people how you saw them before. You're not gonna visually see them no more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's kind of like a comparison. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a metaphoric, like a comparison. Like, damn, I lost my sight. So it's like that's the visual death of all of my people. You get what I'm saying? That's the visual death of my friends. That's the visual death of my family. Like, I don't mean to sound morbid about it, but you know, y'all know I just lost my mom. I just lost one of my best friends. So it's like I'm not gonna visually see them no more. So it's like to see my
Yeah, my
mom, not see
condolences,
my
eh?
mom anymore. Yeah, I
We
appreciate
here
it.
with
It's
you,
like,
bro. We just muted our mics so you can go. We don't think we.
no doubt. No doubt. It's like me not seeing my mom's is like kind of me going blind to visually seeing her ever again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she in spirit, so it's like I am blind to that. Like, I'm blind to not seeing her no more. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know, just going through all of this shit is like, I never, like, you know, you question God, like, damn, like, you know, you
Yep.
be like, damn, why me? Like, why me? You feel what I'm saying? You know, because losing your sight was one of my biggest fears. Like, you feel, you know, biggest fears, like, over losing my family. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Here with
like
you,
one of
bro.
my biggest, like, always one of my biggest fears. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, like, you know, dealing with it and being your own therapist, that's like when I first seen the podcast, I said, you know, that's a beautiful name, because it's like on some like for real, you really have to go within yourself to like get yourself right before you even go around anybody. Like, you gotta kind of like prepare yourself to go into the world. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like when, like Batman, like the Bane shit. When he said you gotta put on the mask, but you know, he said I recognize that mask. Like when you came to the Bruce Wayne Foundation and you had to put that mask on when you went into the world, you know, because he lost his mother, he lost his father, so he had to come around with like that facade on. That shit is real, bro, and
I'm not with
shit is
that
like really,
energy. I feel you.
Yeah.
yeah, that shit is
Yeah.
You're
like
definitely right.
that shit is being your own therapist, bro. That shit is
Yeah.
being your own therapist, because you gotta get yourself right and know, like, yo, am I really like right now? Am I able to really communicate with people?
Mm-hmm.
Do I really want to be around people to talk about this shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like being your own therapist is like a perfect name, because like before you go talk to somebody and go see a therapist or psychiatrist or whatever, like, you got to get your mind right to even go in there and talk to them. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, you know, with all this shit, I was dealing with anxiety and all that. Yo, dog, I'm like, when people say you strong, like, I see what it really means, bro.
Right.
Like, my car's parked on my block, and I'm looking at the store where my mother collapsed at, bro, and right now. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like my mother collapsed right in the store on my block. So, you know, when I come outside, that's all that's on my mind. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, the shit, like not to really go into it and all that, but it's like, my nigga, it's like I lived a nightmare in those moments, bro. It was like a nightmare coming true. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got to the block. You know, my mom's was not responsive in the store, but God brought me to the block at the right time, man. like at the same time. I was in the hotel freaking off, and some told me to come, some told me come home. So just imagine, you know, you come home and it's like you walking into a fucking movie scene, my nigga. But it's for real.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You reach the block, the ambulance is on the corner, but you don't know that that's your mom's in there getting worked on, my nigga. So
shit is real.
So it's like I ain't speak to no psychiatrist or nothing like that, but I'm glad I had, you know, I'm glad I had my girl, you feel me? Because it's like, even though we only been together like a year, like she helping me through this shit, just having somebody, you know, with you at night, you know what I'm saying? Like you need somebody to
really there for you.
You know, play with you and all that, you feel what I'm saying? That shit is therapy within itself, you know, because, you know, I didn't run to like go talk to nobody. I said I gotta like get myself right and like mentally, like don't really let it overwhelm me. But at the same time, like half of your brain is like, yo, I'm really going through this shit, B. Like
Right.
like this shit is really happening. Like you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been being my own therapist since the shit happened, like since the 17th. Not saying I don't need help, but one way I was coping with it, like, you know, and coping and getting through it, you know, because it's definitely a tragic event. Like, I don't want to overlook it. Like, this shit was tragic, bro.
Yeah.
This shit was some real tragic shit. Like, because it happened so sudden. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been, when I hear somebody talking in the back. But,
Somebody talking to Corey.
Oh, okay, yeah, but what I'm saying is, bro, it's like you don't know what you could cope with until you go through it, B. You feel what I'm saying? So I've been being my own therapist, you know, since the 17th, like really trying to just stay in my mom's spirit, like just coping with it all because, you know, and you know, my friends that lost their moms, like that shit was a little bit comforting to me too because it's like, they say, yo, I know what you're going through.
They can relate to it better.
Yeah, and they can relate to it better. But it's like, not to be like negative way of thinking, but like I'm a realist. So I always kind of like half prepared myself when I lose my mom or when I lose my dad. You know why? Because, you know, as you get older, you really accept life for what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm going to lose my mom one day. I know I'm going to lose my pops one day. I know I'm going to lose my sister. So it's like the kind of brain I got, I've always prepared for that. You know, and especially like when one of your friends' moms die or something like that, you know, you always mentally say like, yo, I'm going to have my turn. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a whack way of thinking, but it's a real way of thinking. You feel what I'm saying? And growing up on the hill, you know, we could count on our fingers how many of our brothers lost their moms, B. You feel what I'm saying? And we was always right there with them. You feel what I'm saying? To like go through that. So, you know, like you don't want to think like that, but it's like, yo, when somebody moms die, dog, the first thing you think about is, yo, how am I going to prepare myself when I go through that? You feel what I'm saying? So it's never no real way to prepare, but like I was mentally preparing like years ago, but I ain't think it was going to be this early. But I always say like, yo, I know one day, you know, as you grow older, you start losing people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like subconsciously I've been preparing for like anything. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, because half of your brain knows shit is real and half of your brain be just hoping it don't happen. But half of your brain be like, yo, I know it's some shit I'm going to have to deal with as a man, like, you know, getting older. Because it's evolution, is life, and everything is this life cycle. And, you know, sometimes, you know, our parents go before before we go. You feel what I'm saying? And some people say that's the natural order. Like, you know, you need to, you know, bury your parents before, you know what I'm saying? So I've been just coping with it and being my own therapist, you know, with this shit because, like, honestly, you got to stay in your mother's spirit or your father's spirit or whoever passed to know that how they will want you to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what's been getting me through this shit. You feel me? Because if my mom could talk to me, she'd be like, come on, Aaron, you can't. You gotta get up, you gotta eat, you know, because my nigga, I wasn't eating none of that. Yo, dog, I wasn't smoking none of that.
She'll talk to you. She's gonna talk to you different.
Yeah, in the
She talking
spiritual
to you
realm. You know
now.
what I'm saying?
But she gonna
Like you
talk to you
said.
though. She gonna talk to you though. She gonna just talk to
Yeah,
you
that's
different
why.
though. I'm big
That's
on
why
that
when
shit. So
that's why when I saw the forum, I kind of like sent Bam like a telepathic message, like, yo, I know I'm going through some shit right now. I'm gonna have to get on there and talk one night. You feel what I'm saying? And then he sent me the link, so it was kind of like when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's mean. You know,
she definitely
because
with you though. She definitely with you though, bro.
so I've been dealing with this shit like on my own, but at the same time, you know, just staying in that spirit because you know you could go down that hole, that wormhole of being depressed and all that, but it's all up to you. You feel what I'm saying? It's all up to you. Like, yo, am I gonna harness this shit every day and Lord, what you say, and drag it to the next day and drag it to the next day and drag it to the next month and drag, like, that's on you. You feel what I'm saying? That's really on you. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I can't be like that. You know, I got a 4-year-old son. You feel what I'm saying? I can't just forget about him. You know, I got family. I
Can't do
got
that.
things I need. Yeah, I got things I need to do. You know, and my mother wouldn't want me to just go and just want to lay down all day and all that and not eating. Like, you know, your moms want the best for you. You feel what I'm saying? She don't want you to be sick nowhere, physically, spiritually, or mentally. You know what I'm saying? Your moms want up. Your moms want to see you happy because when you not happy, when you not happy or some shit going through you, your moms is
She
not
not
going
happy.
through the same shit. You feel me? So like I don't want to like take up the forum too much,
You
but
good, brother. You good. Go.
you know, I'm just like saying like, you know, like you know, like I said, like I didn't know that I was this strong, bro. You feel me? I didn't
Yeah.
know, you know, I was this strong until I went through some shit. Like you feel, and especially the way I went through it. So I'm like, damn, God, like you brought me to the block at the same moment the ambulance was working on my mom's. So like, what was that about? To see my mom's lifeless, B? You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't really question God, but it's like, damn, was I really, like, you know, he brought me at the same time. So it's like, was it really for me to witness that? Like, was it really for me? So, you know, everything worked in mysterious ways. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You
You
know,
was there for a
but
crossover.
yeah, it's like I was there, but
You
it's
but
like something
you
like
but you
when I
but
say the exact time.
You got to
you
look at it
believe
in a positive note too. Like we don't always got to look at it in a bad note. Maybe in a positive note,
Exactly.
physically you was just there looking
Exactly.
over, not knowing what it was for, but as she crossed
Exactly.
over.
Exactly. And you know, it was something my aunt said to me. She said, Aaron, it's better that you was there than you come to the block and you find out something happened to your mother and nobody got no answers. You feel what I'm
right.
saying? Like, you know,
Right.
because then I don't know what I would have been doing or who I would have been just finding any kind of targets. Like, you
Then,
feel me? Just
like I
making
said,
up
that
targets.
frustration I was going through, I was going to point it at others.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it like she said, yo, it was good that you did. You knew exactly what happened, so you ain't gotta speculate. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just taking this shit there, you know, one day at a time. You know, I know this talk is definitely therapeutic. You feel what I'm saying? Because you gotta get that shit out sometimes. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Do
Because
you
I'm the type that.
you not to cut you off, but do you believe once God take somebody away from you or take somebody away that they accomplish what they accomplish on earth, that's why they take them away, or you believe other than that?
Well, I just I don't. I feel it don't really have nothing to do with accomplishments. I just feel like it's your time, man. It's your time. You know, everybody has a expiration date. We just
Right.
don't know when it is. So
Right.
I don't think it's about accomplishments, because you know, you always accomplishing shit every day. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but I just
But
think
I think
that
you got a certain. I think you got a certain thing to do first before, because he's not going to take you away. But you know what I'm saying, until you do what you got to do, and you do, and you know what I'm saying, you go to a better place. That's what I think. That's what I think it is. I don't know if Bam is D Bang. I don't know if y'all
it could be
think
a
that,
lot of
Corey, but
it
that's
could
what
be
I
a lot
think.
of
You feel me?
different perceptions.
You know
it could
me,
be a
I
lot
be
of
on.
different.
I'm sorry.
Nah, go ahead.
I be on angry time, so I'm like how I be sometimes. Like you just at certain points you can take time to think about that and take time to listen to those answers, but emotionally sometimes you ain't ready for that right away. So
Definitely
I
not.
feel them, like,
Yeah.
because I personally I never know what to say, so I wouldn't say anything, and then I know how I feel. So it'd be a point where it's like you said, I can get through it today and tomorrow and
Tomorrow
every
be
day that I
different.
need, and I got to look for other things because at any moment
You gotta
it's
take
gonna
one
hit
day
me,
at a time. You know what I'm saying?
and I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna notice it, because it's something that's my creator. That's what brought me here. That's, you know, so, and I'm gonna always have you, like we said here, but it's day by day, and is what
One
you
day at a
believe.
time, my nigga.
Yeah, because we human beings. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we human beings. So sometimes, even as a human being, you know, you're not fully in control of your emotions. You feel me? Like, you may think you got a hold on it, and then it's just switching you, and you like, oh shit. Like, you know what? You might be moody, or you might be mad, funny, happy, sad. So as a human, you know what you gotta do? Like you gotta recognize like who you are. Like you gotta recognize your emotions. Like you can't ignore it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm really like, you know, take like really realizing, like coming to the realization of what I'm going through, like what I went through. Like I think when you realize like, yo, I really went through some shit, I'ma just take my time mentally. Like I think when you recognize that, it kind of helps you more. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not straying from the real fact of what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? And it's always like let's say you go to the doctor and you stress. The doctor gonna ask you like, yo, what have you been going through? Have you been going through any stresses? And when you start going down that list, B, you be like, damn, this happened, this happened, this happened, this is going on, that's going on, and then you be like, damn, I'm really going through some shit right now. You feel what I'm saying? No matter what kind of mask you got on, because when you go home, that's when you got to really deal with yourself. And when you alone, you feel what I'm saying? You come to the realization of everything like, damn, because you come outside, it's all distractions. You good for a minute. But when you get home, that's when all your reality hit. That's when your mask come off, your cape come off. Now you're a regular human being. You're not that superhero nigga that was in the world and, you know, you got your shield on, but you weak underneath. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you just gotta, like I said, man, I'm just staying, you know, coping with it. You gotta stay in a positive light, because even, you know, Corey losing his sight and everything, you gotta look to positive shit to get you through, bro. You feel me? Because it's easy to give up. Like, it's easy to give up. That's the easy way out. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's the easy way out. It's easy to give up.
We ain't doing that.
It's easy to succumb to sadness. You know, that's why I watch like who I like people that I was around that, you know, want to let the shit linger. Like, you know, niggas that want to let negative shit linger, or when every time they come around you, they talking about the same negative shit, or they talking about the same people that died, or this. Like, you can't be around. Like, for me, I'm not gonna say y'all, but
Energy.
for me,
I can't be around that
I can't
energy.
do
It's
that
energy,
because,
man.
yeah, it's like a wound that a nigga keep opening up. Opening up. My nigga, I'm trying to move forward and heal. But if you keep taking me back, you know, like that shit'll fuck you up. You feel what I'm saying? That shit'll
Energy,
fuck
dude.
you up. Even if you trying to overcome a beef with somebody, and you got that one nigga on the side of you always talking about that shit every day.
Right.
When you really trying to just let the shit go, it's the same shit.
That's the
like,
nigga to
you gotta
watch out for. He gonna set. That's the nigga that might set you up. They keep talking about it.
You know? Yeah, but it's
watch
like with
that
the
nigga.
death shit, it's like somebody that come around you and be like, yo, damn man, remember this one died and remember this one got killed, yo, this one. Like, I'm not good with that morbid shit all the time, like every day. Like, you know, I ain't gonna say no names, but one of my close friends was like on that shit every day. And I'm like, yo, dog, like I can't, like you give me anxiety just hanging out with you every day. Like, all right, my mom passed, but my nigga, we gotta move forward, B.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to get stuck mentally or psychologically or have no breakdown or nothing.
Right.
Because you dragging this shit. You dragging this shit. You dragging this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And some people like to feel like that. Like they like to feel sad all the time. Some people like that shit. Like they like to feel that shit because they feel more vulnerable and like they feel more like they'll get help like that. Like some people need that misery to like, I get this comfort. Yeah, I get this comfort from people. Niggas is hugging me. I may need hugs. You know, yo, bro, you good? Some people need that shit. Some nigga never got hugs, like real hugs. Like, you feel me? Like somebody to just really genuinely, you know, give you a genuine hug. Like some people need that in their life. So people they use sad shit to get that comfort that they need. You feel me? But it's all good though, man. I'm glad I chimed in with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just staying on a positive level and trust me,
we
y'all,
here for
I'm
you.
good. I'm good.
You
know
already.
I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My mother, I already know my moms want me to keep being the light. Keep being the light.
We see the journey you started, so you gonna continue, bro.
Yeah,
you
she
know
in
what
a
I'm
better
saying?
place.
Like, you want me to continue to be the light, man. And I'm just glad that we had this forum because, like, I ain't gonna lie. On some real shit, like, you know, if I'm lying, I'm flying. But I always said that, you know, us as you know, women, men, like we need this kind of like grieving forum because if you think about it, us as a collaborative coming from the same block, yo, my nigga, we dealt with a lot of misery and pain, bro. We dealt with a lot of misery and pain, bro. Like on some real shit. Like all of us. All of us together. You know, we ain't gonna start naming shit that happened, but my nigga, all of us as a collective, as a as a extended family, because I consider y'all my family. Like, you feel me?
Right.
Like anybody from 06, I consider like my family because yo, we experienced the same shit together. People dying, we experienced it together. This one mom's died, this one aunt died, this one father died. Like, my nigga, we all experienced that shit together because of how close we are. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when people said they ain't come to the funeral and all that, I was like, yo, it ain't no love lost. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what niggas dealing with at home. You feel me? Like, damn, nigga, mom's died. Like, damn. Like, you feel me? Just like, you know, when other people moms died, I'm like, damn. Like, you feel me? You try to walk in another man's shoes for a minute. You feel me? So that's why I said, like, I always said that we needed like some type of, like, I don't know, mentally I said it, like we needed like a, I always thought about like a grieving group meetings niggas need to have because we dealt with so many deaths back to back, bro. We never got time to really grieve, bro. We never had time to really grieve for nobody. Because then it'd be the next person, then the next person, then the next person. My nigga, you get numb where you never mourned for this person. You never really grieved for that person. You feel me? So it's like, you know, sometimes, like, you know, maybe one night, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, it all falls into the same shit, but, like, I always thought that we needed that as like, we all needed that. You feel me?
You just set that form. You just said it. So you just say whatever night we chime in, you already know how it go. And that's what we get. A night where we just all had to, you know, let it loose.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, when did we really get time to grieve, bro?
Banger, You can see how many shows we done had, and every time I get on here and I go through a thought, I say every Sunday I might get through a moment where I think about the people I lost, and then the latest one that I lost, I always think about my nigga Gorilla.
Yeah, come on, B. Rest in peace to all of them.
Now
Like,
that's a
You know, it was Marlon.
yeah,
It's always back to back.
yeah, you
yeah,
know.
that's a fact. Like not for nothing. Like like once again, I just wanted to I wanted to offer you my condolences again, and
Yeah,
and to
bro.
thank you, you know, just for coming on and giving your testimony and talking about everything that you're going through. And like I told C earlier, like you're the epitome of being your own therapist, bro. And one of the most traumatic situations that you could have experienced. And once again, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. And God, I believe, not for nothing, bro. You know, like that situation, when you were telling your story, I was thinking about my grandmother. And the last time I saw my grandmother was on her birthday. Now, my son's mom was pregnant with him. I had to get to Connecticut. I got her a couple of plants. And I was in the back seat of the car with her. Her birthday's April 28th. So I'm in the back of the car with her. My aunts were in the supermarket. And I was like, all I remember, this part of the conversation is, you know, I'm going to be all right, Grandma. And she said, I know you are, Dion, as soon as you make it up in your mind. My grandmother, I got locked up May 1st. My grandmother died June 6th of that year. And that's my maternal grandmother, my fraternal grandmother, my father's mother. And then my maternal grandmother died 3 days later. And I was locked up. So when you talking about like closure and everything, I said that to say when you were talking about the reasons and everything, like the only reason I could think of at that time was thank God that you were able to at least make it there. Because the only thing that I have with my grandmother is thank God I got up to Connecticut and I was able to be there with her on her birthday. Because had I got locked up still and she died and I didn't at least get that part, then I don't know what would have happened. Like, so I was just trying to like offer some form of light as far as that situation, because I believe it really was God, bro. I believe it really was God that touched you and had you go. You understand what I'm saying? The way that you did, bro. And like,
Yep.
I can't fathom the reality, bro. But like you
Yeah,
said,
bro. Yo.
you didn't know how strong you were, but God knows every hair upon your head, bro. Like all our names are written in his hand. Like all our names are in the book of life, bro. Like, so he knew, bro. Like that's the only thing. My fault.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that was like the only thing, you know what I'm saying, that I could say as far as that, bro. But you touched on so many points as far as your journey, you understand, of being your own therapist, even prior to the traumatic event that you went through. But just as far as like having your girlfriend and her being the sounding board for you. A wise woman told me, like, we always need a sounding board, you know, someone to be able to just listen and just to be able to be there and comfort. And then, you know, your girlfriend, your mate is for us as men is in symbolic form of our mothers and the females, exactly. And the females closest to us. So it was a blessing that you had her there and you were able to cleave on to her in that moment, you know. And when you were just talking about the preparation that you went through in your mind, you know, I believe that was God and the person that you are. As far as you didn't know, well, you knew why you were preparing, but just for you to be that person to prepare, just dealing with reality, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not living in denial, because the situations you were talking about with certain people and how they transfer their energy, Like the thing that you have that I picked up on is that you realize people project their feelings onto others. So when you get around certain individuals and they moping, like you had touched on, the misery is company. Misery loves company, kind of. That's that woe is me attitude. So those are the things that we have to pay attention to, bro. But when you were talking about the energy, as far as like the triggers, like you described it specifically, bro, the things that we always have to be mindful, I feel, in my opinion, are the triggers, bro, and knowing what our triggers are, you know. And like I was diagnosed with bipolar at 20 years old, and that sent me on a whirlwind. I'm 46 now, you know.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
No, my fault, bro. My fault. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead,
No. I know you said it took you on a whirlwind because I was gonna say that yo, it's nothing wrong with it's like we have to start paying attention to our mental health just as much as you take care of your physical health. Mental health just as important as physical health. You know what I'm saying? So when you going through something, you gotta recognize you going through something. Like I was dealing with I always dealt with like anxiety and shit like that, but I didn't know what it was growing up. You feel what I'm saying? Like I would just feel a certain way, but my shit is more physical. Like you feel me? Like tension and shit like that. But there's nothing wrong with mental health. There's nothing wrong with getting your mental health right, cause your mind controls your body, B. So if you stress here and you wonder why, like, yo, why my neck is so stiff? Why my chest is so tight? Why I feel like I can't breathe? You feel me? That's all the mind, bro.
Yo, bro. My fault not to cut you off. Go ahead,
bro, there's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? Like when this shit happened, like, you don't wanna take no meds or nothing like that, but sometimes you may need a little something to get you through a traumatic event. Like just so you know what I'm saying, you won't be going through certain shit. Like you feel what I'm saying? It may be something you don't want to do, but it's like, damn, I can't keep walking around feeling like this.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
And when you finally get the help you need, you be like, yo, I'm glad I did that because I feel better and it's helping me cope a little bit better. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, because my nigga, it's like if we had to write a movie, like that would be some ill shit that will fuck the whole audience up. But I dealt with it in real life. Like it was like a movie in real life.
That's
like
a fact.
nigga nightmare coming true in real life, my nigga. You don't know what your brain gonna do behind that, my nigga.
That's a fact.
You know, I still get little flashes in my head. You know, flashes. You know, you get those little visuals of that shit in your head. But it's like,
you not to cut you off, bro. My fault. I was just saying you have that's trauma on the brain, bro. That was trauma on the brain, bro. So like even the steps that you taken thus far, and then even you telepathically wanting to be able to voice it and speak out more and then land, that's all energy. That's all energy. That's all kinetic energy, bro. Like, and you're tapping into that. You're harnessing that energy now. You know what I mean? And in one of the most serious times of your life, you're doing that. You know, so I was just listening to everything, and these were like some of the things that I was pinpointing and pulling out, like just the epitome of the strength and what you said. Like you never know until you go through it. I had next month will be 2 years since you know what I'm saying, that I've been home, and I was gone for 4, and I came home, and then I came into the I came home into the pandemic. That happened, and then like over that summer it was hectic, but January of this year, I had a manic episode, like one of the worst and embarrassing episodes of my life. And I didn't have episodes that landed me in prison, but this
But what
was like
triggered you?
bananas, huh?
What triggered you? What triggered you?
In hindsight, that I like, I believe it was
I mean, if you comfortable talking about it, you know what I mean?
yeah, I'm going to, and I appreciate you asking, because like it was just everything. I believe it was a combination, bro. And in my mind,
Like when you start doing the list, right? When you start doing the list,
when I started, it's even iller when I started doing the list, because I did the list to the point that I figured out the chronological order of the manic episodes, which happened to be 7 years apart, all of them. Once I did the math to them, and I was like that, and then when I, but specifically to answer your question, bro, like when I reflect back on it, it was everything that I had went through. You know, the bid, like preparing my mind for the bid, being on the bid, because I had to wear that mask you talked about. I had to wear a mask the whole 4 years, and I had to adapt. I was a fish out of water. It was only a medium, but to me, it was still, you know what I'm saying? So then coming home, readjusting to the real world, and then everything I had put in my mind. When you were talking earlier about speaking things into existence, I did a lot of that. And then it was like I walked into it all when I came home. And then I had to readjust. My brain, in my mind, like my brain takes pictures of where I'm at the time. And the analogy of how you broke down the death and the eyesight and everything. So like my mind, even though I did my best to counteract people, places, and things, I'm in a new borough. I'm in the Bronx instead of Harlem, kind of thing. I still had that behavior pattern from being out here before. And when you clean up your house, quote unquote, and the demons get cleaned out, quote unquote, and you let them back in, or they get back in, it's double the amount, quote unquote. Like, so all of that, then the summer. So what happened on the 6th?
That's a radio? I heard a radio song. Oh, that's a TV? TV is some fucking shit.
Corey, you might have to mute your mic now.
I'm here.
Mute the mic.
I'm trying to mute it now.
Don't worry about it.
I'm trying to mute it now.
On that specific day, bro, I was in the house. My girl was here, and I had a whole plan to go see one of my bros. And I went to go out the door. I had the champagne and everything. I got downstairs, and my brain just snapped, bro. Like, snapped as far as I started walking how I do. That's the manic part. But when I'm walking and I go into that zone, in my mind, I know I'm tweaking, but I'm not able to express anything. I'm not able to verbally like tell you I'm tweaking unless you know me. So I'm by myself now outside. I'm walking. Now in my brain, I'm getting all types of visuals, people that I know, like all of that. But my phone is ringing. It's in my pocket. In the back of my subconscious, I'm saying like the phone is ringing, but my hand's not moving to go in my pocket to get the phone. It's some type of journey, some type of cleansing that I had to go on, basically. So I'm walking, and I just walked the route of the neighborhood. A route that I was familiar with, because mind you, I'm still in a new environment. So I didn't go off course or do anything until I get back to the building. I go in the door, but I don't pull out my keys. My mind is racing so fast. My keys are on me. My phone is on. Everything is on me. I go to open the door, but it's not registering. And I just tweak, bro. It's January 6th, bro. Blistering cold outside. I just
Hey,
shedded
not to
all
cut
my
you off.
clothes. I shed it.
That's my sister's birthday.
I started
Right.
shedding all my clothes, bro. But in my subconscious mind, all I could do was just thank God. All I could do was thank God. Word to everything, bro. To step in front of my building, I'm stark naked. I know I'm tweaking consciously, but subconsciously, all I could do is just thank God for keeping me. I'm on my knees praying on the steps. I'm on my knees on the ground, just laid down on the ground and everything. And then I hear voices. So one of the dudes that I saw regularly in the neighborhood, my vision is there, but I'm only hearing. And I recognized his voice. I recognized the regular lady that is around in the neighborhood, her voice. Put some clothes on, call somebody. Like, so I'm coming back to my senses now, consciously, as this is happening, and I'm putting on my clothes. Then the ambulance, police pull up. Now, when they pull up, they're talking to me, and as I'm coming back, like in my mind, I know I'm on parole. I know I'm quote unquote dirty at the time. So I know not to, because I'm coming back to self, and I was raised to be mannerable. So I'm not naturally aggressive. That's the manic side that comes out, but it doesn't come out against like civilians or innocent people kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like they're talking to me, and the blessing was my girl was upstairs, looked out the window, heard the commotion, came downstairs. To go back to what the trigger was, it just came back to me.
Who talking to you?
Who talking to me when?
You said they talking to me. I wanted to know who the fuck was they.
You know, in the moment.
When I said they was so. Oh, the ambulance people when they pulled up, maybe that's why.
All right. All
right. Because I had to double check and be like,
I'm like, oh, he said they talking.
Because it's only my thoughts. Like I don't hear voices.
Like, hey, your mic on. He said they
it's just my voice, but just mad thoughts. So the trigger was, it was two of them. I had a dream, two upstate, that nightmare, but woke up to be a blessing that I missed parole. That was the trigger, on top of everything else. But I didn't know when that was gonna happen. And I was someplace where I shouldn't have been at the time. So the anxiety, that's what I realized that I have. I have that PTSD now on top of, and the label thing I'm not into, but I'm just like giving whatever clinical non-definition definitions we aware of. So basically one of the triggers was that nightmare dream I had up north of missing parole. And then I got a call about my son. My son had done something, and he had gotten in trouble with his mom, and she called me, she FaceTimed me, and he's in California. She moved him out there 6 months prior to me coming home. So she restarted her life and that's a whole nother topic. But like, she had restarted her life and which is a blessing for her. Yeah. But I didn't plan on my son, who's like my lifeline in the physical. How Corey was talking about his daughter. Bless is my lifeline in the physical. So like, he's all the way in Cali. So she called me with that. I had that nightmare dream. All the drama I went through over the summer and coming home, all of that combined, boom. That was the pop right there. Thank you. You brought me back to all of that, So basically, I'm in the ambulance now, and this is what helped also. I kept saying, where's my son? Where's Bless? Bless is all the way in Cali. That's the only thing that the officers, the sergeant told my aunt. I said, my girl, she said that's all I was asking for. That's what they told her. But I had something on me I shouldn't have had. And the police found it, but they didn't do anything. By the grace of God, bro. By the grace of God, bro, there go I. And any other time, a manic episode, I've wound up incarcerated.
Yeah.
So this is one of the, not every time, but the most recent. And this was one of the times where thank God it didn't go that way, because I would have gotten violated and it would have been a whole other, and then I wouldn't have been in my right mind when I went in there.
It's
And
just
that happened right before I went up north, you know what I'm saying, to go on my bid. I wasn't in my right frame of mind. I wound up getting clapped right before I went up north. Like, you know, so
yeah.
like that was just the chime in on what you had said, and then like the trauma, bro, because in my mind, bro, based upon me analyzing everything, I believe I've been around a lot of my bros, man, and they exhibit a lot of the symptoms that I deal with regularly, bro. I didn't see the manic episodes. I didn't see the depression. I didn't see all of that, bro. And then dealing with just knowing your bros, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, because it's something that I'm aware of and I deal with, you know, it's not something common that we talk about, our mental health as black men amongst each other.
Because they look at it as like shameful. Like they think it's like a shameful thing.
Exactly. So I went through all of that because I was one of the first in my circle, everywhere that I've traveled, being a traveling man, just to be able to put that out there. Like, well, this is my stuff. Like, that's just how I've always been. Like,
yeah, because you gotta own up to your shit, because you know what I'm saying? It's just like walking around with a bad heart or some shit. You feel me? But you know, people you know, they'll talk about that, but they won't talk about what they going through mentally. You feel what I'm saying? And you know we gotta. I mean, like, for my advice, I try. You know what? Cause when they say you gotta quiet your mind, that shit is for real, man. Like, you gotta quiet your mind sometimes. You know, because you got all these subconscious thoughts. You got all these subconscious things going on. Subconsciously, you thinking about a lot of shit. You feel me? And then all that shit come forward. Like, you feel me? It's like all of it like come as one thought at one time.
Yo, bro, that's how me and one of my bros, like he and I are like this.
You know, you gotta quiet your mind. You muted your shit. He muted his shit.
Yeah, my fault. He and I are like this. You know what I'm saying? And he has the same diagnosis. So we've broken it down with each other as far as, yo, bro, like, I've gone into the crevices of my mind, like, and then when you do that, sometimes you don't make it out, bro.
You go too deep.
You don't make it out, bro. And those are the people that we see, like, on the streets at times, and you understand. And that's how I learned. You know, I was aware about the subconscious and conscious, but ever since the diagnosis and...
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. He muted his shit again. You muted.
Ever since the diagnosis and...
Why you keep cutting yourself up?
Nah, that was a call coming through. My fault, bro. I apologize. Yeah, so, like, ever since the diagnosis, like, it started with the depression and the woe is me, and this is my thing, this is what it is. And then, you know, the trigger to, I'm not going to let this stagnate me. This is just another label. And then, you know, just moving forward. And then analyzing myself. Like, hold up, Negro. What the hell is going on with you? Why have you done A, B, and C? So that's led me up to now being home. And I've been in therapy for like 3 to 4 months now. And and like my therapy, you know, my therapist, she's a female. I build and, you know, with females better, like as far as like that realm, basically.
Like
I learned that.
Like opening up to them. Yeah, you feel
I learned my style because I was also raised by my 2 aunts and grandmother, 3 women. So that's where I had to learn. That's where that came from. Not me trying to holler at them or anything like that. I had to know where that came from for that emotional side. So basically, like me being able to build with her, I was able to learn and talk about things that I didn't express to anybody else.
Exactly.
So having her as a sounding board, that helped tremendously. And then to realize a large portion of that was from when I was a child. And then the stuff that I took on, my parents' stuff, whatever. So it's like when you're talking about, when you're able to talk about what you're going through right now, and then how you're able to reflect back on your mom and how she will want you to be, and the visions that you have of her, you hearing those inspirational words and her voice and everything, those are the things that you cling on to. Those are the things that you hold on to. Yeah, you right, bro. You keep them niggas away from you that's on that other energy or whatever. It's no reflection of them. It's just where you are in life right now. And whether anyone or nobody can understand that, you got to keep it pushing, bro, because you have to do what's good and right for you right now. You have your little man. So we have accountabilities, like we have responsibilities in the midst of dealing with our tragedies and traumas in life. Like, so everything that you've been breaking down, how you've been able to do, and just the steps that you've taken, it's like your subconscious speaking through your spirit to move your physical, even in spite of you not wanting to. That's been your subconscious mind. How mine came together and I snapped because of the dreams and everything, but I wasn't able to pinpoint it ahead of time because it was all fast. You have been subconsciously preparing. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You have been subconsciously preparing. So then God also helped you, because it wasn't a situation like you said, because if you didn't have the answers, you was going to tweak. That was going to be the trigger. And then anything else could have happened, and that would have been another add-on to the catastrophe. So how you were able to analyze it all goes back to the mental health and the preparation of things. So I know how I have prepped my brain. I'm learning that now. I knew within self, I had got to those steps with self. And then being in therapy, I've been able to talk it out with her. Now being on the forum with you all as my brothers, though, as my brothers, as men, you know what I'm saying? So now it takes on another level, basically.
You're right. And another piece of advice I want to give, that's been helping me be my own therapist and checking myself is coming to the realization, right, that you cannot control everything, bro. You cannot control everything. Sometimes you have to literally leave things in God's hands. Like, you have to have that. Well, for me, I'm going to say for me, right? You got to leave shit. Like, sometimes, when we go through life, we try to control everything that we can't control. We try to control this, that. We trying to make sure this is not going on. That's not going on with the sun. But sometimes you can't control everything, and that's where you get overwhelmed with stresses, because you putting too much on yourself.
I don't know about you, bro, but like, not to cut you off, I don't know about you, but every time I put my hands in something, I always mess it up, eh? So I finally learned the hard way, bro, that I have to leave my hands out and allow God just to do what he does in my life, because he's always been present in my life, whether I acknowledge them or not. It has no reflection on anyone else. But at the end of the day, I just know personally. So that's what I've learned. That's just to add on the piggyback, quote unquote, to what you were just saying, bro. I always mess it up, bro, every time. So this last round, it was the one time that I believe that's where the hand of God was able to be upon me to help guide me the way that I was being guided, because I didn't put my hands in anything. Even the mistakes and missteps that I made coming home, I'm still being accountable, because I'm letting it be known like I didn't. So yeah, bro, I always mess it up, bro. So I'm
glad you shared that with me, bro. And I'm appreciative of you sharing your story with me and sharing it with the forum. I appreciate that, because a lot of people don't want to show that side of them, because and make them
I
feel.
appreciate you also as well, A. And it's like I said it to one of my bros, like he was one of the only ones that I had told outside of, the family. But like that was like one of the most embarrassing, traumatic, all of that at the same time, bro. I live right here. I walk among like I don't, my
No, I
aunt,
understand.
my aunt got calls. My aunt got calls from the neighborhood. Like
Yeah,
she always gets calls when something happens. She was all the way up in PA in the mountains during, and all of that. So it was like God really had his hand upon me, bro. Just
yeah,
how he has his hand upon you right now, bro. As he always has. Because the one thing I learned, he's not a respecter of persons, bro. So the same thing he's doing in your life, in Corey's life, in Land's life, you know what I'm saying, in Nick's life, in my life, he'll do in everybody else's life, bro. That's just my personal.
yeah,
Like that's just what I've learned, bro. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. My mother always said, rest her soul. Like sometimes you gotta just let shit play out. Like kind of like I'm not talking about in terms of like mental health and making sure you good, because if you know that you feeling a certain type of way, that may be the time where you go talk to somebody or make sure you got your meds or whatever, just so you won't be like, letting yourself go too far. But like, we just, living where we live and how we brought up, we all got PTSD. We all got mental issues just because of how we grew up, like just having to survive. Like we got a survival mechanism in us that just growing up in the ghetto, in the hood or whatever, even though we've been in nice places and all that, the majority of our life, like we had to grow up on some real survival mode, bro.
Yo, bro.
Survival mechanism, and that changes your mental.
Yo, bro.
You gotta be on defense all the time.
Yo, bro, I was saying that, bro. Like seriously, like up north, bro. Like I was saying that, sitting to myself, like, yo, my nigga, like you was really bugging, bro. Like you was really bugging, yo. Like just the mentality, bro. Like it's not normal, bro. Like I'm telling dudes that, bro. Like, yo, y'all gotta realize the way we've been moving, the way we've been, it's not normal, bro. It's trauma on the brain that we've experienced, bro. And it's like, I even took that to another level personally to be like, you know what? One of our issues as black men, like, is the anger. Angry at ourselves, angry at each other. So I said, well, how about we adapt the mind frame or the perception? I disappointed myself and I disappointed my brothers, because disappointment we could get over. We could get over that. I could, my fault, bro. I let you down that day, but I promise you I'm gonna get back to it. But when we have the anger, that rage is blinding. That rage is blinding, like the bull that they talk about. So it's like when that blind rage comes over on top of our genetics and everything, how we've been trained, like you said, our survival instincts and everything. Like on top of all of that, you get what I'm saying? It's just a perception, bro. And that's what you were breaking down about everything. C was breaking it down like just about life and moving. It's the perception, bro. C said it and you said it, bro. We have a choice. I believe we have a choice. We get a choice and a chance every day, bro. And y'all both made the choices. You both made the choices that you needed to be able to get to the steps that you've gotten to be where you are right now. On this day, not yesterday, not tomorrow, bro. We gonna take one day at a time, one step at a time, like Big C said, bro. Irregardless of our whatever we think we function in and our capabilities are. Like, you understand what I'm saying? One day at a time, one step at a time, bro. Because that's how your kinetic energy is adapting right now to what you've been through. That's how it's adapting. And you must stay focused and aware of your triggers, bro. Have to stay aware of that, please, because pay attention, continue to be aware of your environment and that energy, bro. And when you feel it, don't turn against it, bro, because you have that trauma, you're grieving. The grieving is not going to stop. I told you about my grandmother, bro. That was 2012 when my son was born, bro. That was 2012. I didn't get to come home for my grandmother's funeral. I didn't get to see her, but I focused on that birthday. And then I had a dream about her up north. I was hard down crying. She came in the room. I said, Grandma, I'm sorry. She said, I know you are. Come sit down. And I woke up out the dream, bro. But I took that as God helping me and her helping me. I had other dreams, but that one was significant because I messed up. I really fucked up, bro.
And she came to you in the spirit. She came to you in the spirit.
And that goes to what Nikki West was saying to you earlier when he was saying she gonna continue to come to you and talk to you, but in a different way though. And with your energy and where your energy is right now, you're tapped in. So you just continue to just focus on that, because I believe that that's what's going to continue to guide you and get you through. You staying in that positive mind frame, keeping that positive energy around you, being aware of your surroundings continuously, how you always have been, but now more than ever, because it's crucial. It's crucial now because of the triggers and the trauma on the brain. You know?
I realized, like, I was getting a lot, like, real snappy, like I was getting mad real easy. You know, so it's just
you were agitated, bro. You were agitated, bro. All of that was building up inside of you, bro. It was building up inside of you, bro, and it'll continue. So you continue to pray, continue to utilize your sounding boards, continue to do everything that you're doing, bro. And I mean, however, whenever I can get, you know what I'm saying, you can get to me, bro. I'm here, bro. However, because that's what I believe. That's what I believe our purpose is, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's what I believe is for, bro.
We need more of a support system and more unified. Like, we need to unify more like this. You feel me?
Before I forget, bro, I wanted to tell you that my aunt, she's heavily connected. She's connected with a group, young people, older people, variety of people that they do a prayer line on the phone, bro. They have specific times and schedules that they call in. If and whenever you want that information, you, Big C, anyone else listening, people of the world, just let me know. You get what I'm saying? And then I'll get the information and you can just chime in. It's a situation where you don't have to say anything. You can just ask to be prayed for. You can just listen.
What's the name of that?
But I didn't want to forget about that.
What's the name and the number?
What's the name of it? Because I heard of one too.
All right. Well, that's why I was saying once I don't have it off the top of my head and I won't give out any misinformation. But I'm gonna get it to you, Land, before the end of the night, and then you can get it to A, and then we'll definitely bring it back up next episode.
No doubt, man.
I'm listening. I'm definitely chiming in, y'all. I'm trying to figure out some of the technical shit behind it. That's why I'm doing it.
It's all good. It's all good. Because you could talk all night. We just didn't want to
Nah, y'all good, because the whole forum is. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. The whole forum is about us really conversating and getting it out. Like you said, so many times a person just need to have a conversation with their brother. And I know everybody say that I'm there, but nobody really knows when you need them. So it can be any time when it be like, you can be there for me every moment, but it can be just this one moment that was just so crazy and you just happen to be busy.
Exactly. And this makes other people more comfortable with, opening up in terms of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if they could rap about it, I could rap about it.
Indeed, because we are all human, and like in reality,
you gotta let go of the ego. You gotta let go of the ego. We at that, like, you gotta let go of the ego, man. It ain't no such thing as shame, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people suffer with things by themselves, because they feel like they don't have somebody to talk to, or they don't want to be perceived as weak or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad, that he this is a good thing, man, and it's gonna grow into something bigger. Trust.
We definitely at the beginning stages. We and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like you said, you have to be honest with yourself to be at this stage of life, to be really willing to get on a forum and say, yeah, this is how I get through, you know, my day. Sometimes I got to express it. I got to look at it from a different point of view. I got to question myself. I answer myself. I figure out things for myself sometimes because I'm like you said, I have to deal with it alone at the end of the day. When that mask come off, I got to deal with it.
Yeah,
I can throw it off it and refocus it a million times throughout the day, throughout the course. So sometimes not even my friends might know. When I get home is when I have to deal with that, and I take off that mask and that shield. So I still have to be able, even no matter even how many people can reach out and say, like you're saying, yo, my condolences. Like sometimes I know that kind of gets old because it's like, I think it brings you right back to the moment. So that's why I let you lead with it before I even said anything or bring it like that's what the forum is about. Because if you comfortable with stating that, then but you already know how I feel on the situation, my brother. Like I wouldn't say it just to open up the question on the forum. So that's why.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You feel me? So but in reality, that's what we set the stage for, and we had these conversations. It's just that now we might have them publicly. How many times we sit together, you might get high with your niggas and you really do have it with 2, 3. But as time goes, niggas get older, you might be moving on and everybody, you know, splatter. And now you don't have that one right there. So we create that same window.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely, man. Definitely. Because we this is grown man shit.
For real.
This is grown man shit, bro. Life, this is grown man shit, and the more you know, you're gonna go through more stuff as you get older. You're gonna lose people. It's gonna, you know, this is the cycle of life. So, you know, it's just coming to the realization that this is life, man. And my little brother, you know, like we always been on the spiritual realm, but like when the shit was happening, my little brother held me and said, yo, this shit is just a physical, man. This is all physical. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you never know where your comfort will come from. You know, you never know where your comfort will come from. And that's why you have to keep good rapport with people. Because if you're a fucked up person, nobody's gonna care about what you're going through. So you gotta be a good brother, man. I ain't gonna even say a good nigga. You gotta be a good brother, man. Like, because that's why I always, you know, growing up, I always try to keep that respect for everybody, you know, and keep a good rapport with everybody, because you never know when you may need somebody just to talk to, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you a fucked up individual, like, nigga, I ain't giving you that support. Like, you know, you gotta, what you said, how you expect to give love if you don't show none?
That energy, you throw off fucked up energy, somebody always gonna have fucked up energy when they come around you because you bring it up. Like you said, I don't want to hear about death all day. I don't want to be in a morbid mood. I don't want to go home and now I'm thinking about this and thinking about this because that's gonna channel an event when I really went through it.
Word. Like yo, I spoke to AZ briefly today, and one thing he said, yo, you know, it's good to reminisce, but he said, yo, let's live in the now, man. Let's talk about today, man, and what we're going to do today and moving forward, because what he said, God killed yesterday with tomorrow. and he said that, and that shit is true. Because I'm trying to move, like, when, you know, like, you know, being in this area, you know, brings the moment back every time. So I know eventually I'm going to, like, you know, move away just because this is a trigger. Just being in the neighborhood where it happened and everything. So I know eventually, like, I'll still have a spot in Harlem, but eventually for my mental health, I'm going to have
move away.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. It don't even have to be, it just can't be here.
I understand what you said. I don't want to see. You just already gave the visual. Me sitting here, right here. I'm looking at the same store right now, and I'm going through it. So that already triggered the whole thought right now. Like, I'm handling it, y'all. But let me let you know why I'm going through it right now, because this just gonna always push me there. I feel you, bro.
Yeah, like today, I ripped off. I ripped down the service flyer in my building. They kept that. Today is the 9th. That shit was up since last That shit was up almost a month, B.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to feel that.
Today I just took it down. I just ripped it down, took it down.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Coming to a closure. Because
Mm-hmm.
whatever in life you go through, you gotta have closure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I closed that chapter. I ain't fucking with him or her no more. We good, but I closed that chapter. This chapter, you know, everything is like has to come to like a conclusion, because everything can't be a run-on book in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Everything can't be a run-on chapter. It has to stop at a certain point for you to go to the next chapter. All right, what's next? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So
I might see you along in our journey, but let's meet again in the future when you feel. I understand.
Yeah. So
let's
you
grow.
know, yeah, bro. Yeah. It's about evolving and growing and moving to the next level, man. Because you can't be stuck. You can't get stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just that some people can handle things better than others,
Mm-hmm.
and some people don't know how to handle it. You know, like you may want to handle it, but it's like you may need somebody to talk to help you handle it. Like, yo, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should do this, because you never know, that shit can help. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't do it on your own. Sometimes you need some insight from other people. Like tonight, you need that other insight. Like, yo, hey, just meditate. You know, my aunt told me, you know, when you feel like this, breathe. You know, so all of those voices come back to you. All that advice come back to you when you in your moment. You be like, all right, this person said that. This person said this. You know, my white boy all the way in Colorado, he told me, yo, you know, take a walk in nature. Take a walk. Exercise. You know, some shit that may not even be on my mind at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But all that advice is good. Because when you're going through it, you like, all right, let me take a walk. Let me do that. Let me start exercising. You know, so it's all good advice. It's all good help, man. You know?
I feel you, brother. It's like I said, at these times, it's nothing that you can really say, because we know how, and that's the queen. So you.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, you already know, man. And me and my mom was real.
I day by day, bro. I know. I can't, like you said, when you started it off with just imagine. I couldn't even imagine. In my 40s, I couldn't imagine that shit. I don't want to see, and I don't want to go through that shit. Like you say, I wish I go before her. I don't want to see that shit. That shit is not a plan that niggas like it.
Yeah, it was definitely something I never, but I'm not gonna lie, not that I'm ignoring it, but I it's like the next day, like, you gotta move forward. Like, I feel better moving forward. Like, like at the same time, I'm grieving, but I'm a grieve in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a grieve in a good way. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
your time to send yours off, to have yours grow, to get yours, to have your nest, build your castle.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm like, grieving doesn't have to be what everybody think it is, or everybody mourn different, grieve different. So, I didn't know how I was gonna feel until you in the moment, until you going through it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you may think it's gonna be really bad, but it may, depend. Everything is what you can make in your mind whatever you want. You could build whatever kind of perception you want in your mind. A good perception, bad perception. You could take things on a good note, like how we do. Knowing that they in a better place, knowing that they still with us. These is all, even if it's perception or reality, you have to give yourself a good perception of it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just sticking to the good side, and if and if at nighttime I want to cry a little bit and it come out, I'll just cry a little bit and then get over it. Move past it. But I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to, like my sister said, like, mommy wouldn't want you to make yourself sick. And you can make yourself sick by dragging it, like, in your mind mentally. Like, yo, let me get up off this.
Mm-hmm.
It's you in control. You in control to say, yo, let me get up off this, B. Let me get up off this. Like, you know, I had my little moment, but let me get up off this, man. Like, let me mentally get up off this, man. Like, because it's not gonna be good for me if I stay on it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not no disrespect, but it's like, all right, I gotta get up off this. You know, and I gotta move forward, man. You know, I gotta move forward because that's what Snoop said. Snoop, look, you know, and another thing that comforted me is like when you going through something like this, you know you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're not alone, man. You know, just bumping into people that experienced it before and people that experienced it right after me. Like when Snoop moms passed right after my mom's, I'm like, wow. But with all he got, you know, and he said one thing. He said, you know, my mother will want me to keep working, keep partying, keep doing the music, and not sit nowhere and have a nervous breakdown. He said, I can't do that. My mom wouldn't want me to do that. So let me keep doing what I do because this is what my mother will want me to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, you know, and it's like I'm scrolling, but it's like why I had to catch that. You feel me?
At that moment, I understand what you mean.
So, you know, everything is universal. Everything is, God got his hand in everything, man. And, you know, it's just keeping that faith that there is a God. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping that faith, that knowing that, you know, like, he's a part of us and, like, shit get rough. But, you know, you just got to, like, you know, zero in and just know yourself and just kind of center yourself. Like, it's like, all right, let me chill.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just chill and be easy. Like, you know, like when you set your mind like that, like I'm just learning that. I'm learning as I go. Like, let me be easy. Let me not think about this too much and just let go and let God, man.
Mm-hmm.
And on every situation that goes for like getting visitation with my son the right way, you know, doing this, doing that, things I want to do. Sometimes you got to like have half of your hand in and let him do the other part. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we got to let the, you know, so, but, you know, like I said, man, I'm good with this, man. You know, I'm just glad we did this. You know, I was able to chime in tonight, bro.
We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I hope everybody have a blessed night and all that, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yo, you have a blessed night also, bro. Definitely appreciate you, always, man.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Word.
I love you too, bro. I'm bugging out.
You know, yeah.
What's crazy is we still got to get up
Yeah.
to go to the tire house. I still ain't go down there. I hit him up the other day though and let him know that I'm gonna come down there.
Yeah, we'll go. Like I said, it'll, you know, in due, you know, in God's time, man.
No, it just be me. I got a schedule, and if that shit ain't fall into that schedule, you know, nigga trying to sleep or something. I ain't gonna front. But we definitely gonna get that done.
We're gonna get it together, man. We gonna get it together, definitely. You know?
Because like you was saying, but when you came on, we was just talking. That's the first thing I said. We was just talking about Ali. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We just brought him up. Brought him up.
And the power of the universe and the power, like your spirit within yourself is real, bro. So, you know, you got to stay in tune with that, you know, because before I even got the news of Ali, I don't know if you watched my live when I was in the Harlem Trap Experience.
No, I didn't. What's that?
The Harlem Trap Experience is basically a guy named Rels, right? I found out when I was there that he was Ali's cousin. Mm-hmm. He turned a brownstone in Harlem into a pink house, like how 2 Chainz got the pink house, trap house in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
He did that with a brownstone.
Where
so it was on 136 between 7th and Lenox. It was from November 5th to the 7th.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it was like a brownstone that had memorabilia of Harlem through the whole brownstone. He had a bedroom that was set up like with old Nintendos, you know, trap table with the money machine on it.
Okay.
In the closet. Then you go to the next room. It basically was giving everybody from Harlem their flowers. Like everybody pictures was up. They had Casa on the wall. you know, giving everybody their flowers, people that was dead and people that's now living.
Okay, that was good.
So what happened was, right, the shit was mean. So I'm doing the live, and I see they have Rice High School up there. They had like Pam Pam's, Harlem Hospital. So when I put the camera up to Rice High School, I said, shout out to my man Ali Wisdom that used to go to this high school. Shout out to my man Ali Wisdom, bro. I said this on live. I got the proof right there. Yo, about a half an hour after I said this man's name, that's when I found out he got murdered, bro.
He got murdered?
Yeah, he got murdered.
Wow.
He got murdered. So I was already spiritually in tune. I didn't know why I was saying this man's name until after I got the news. Like, wow. And we was talking about him all day. So it's like, I say that to say, when you connected with people, you kind of be knowing when something is wrong. Like, why am I thinking about this nigga so much?
Yeah.
Because it be something trying to give you a message. Like, you be getting a message, but you don't know what it is. But it's like, yo, I'm talking about a half an hour after that, they called me and told me what happened. I said, I just said this man's name
on the live.
On the live. And if I'm lying, and the thing was, I documented it, so it's like, it's not a lie. When shit is documented in your face, and you know what's so crazy? The guy who curated this thing and put it together was Ali's cousin, bro. Now, the spirits in the universe and all that shit.
And I don't even know this when I give him a shout out when I was just seeing something that reminded me of him when I seen the ride.
You can't write this, bro.
You
can't make this up. So I say that to say, when you stand in tune with yourself and listening to that voice within, like, that's what guides you, bro. That's it, you know, it guides you, and then you find out later, like, oh, that was that. That was this. That was this. So it's like, wherever he was at, you know, he was trying to connect with us on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know something, but it's like, why I just said this man's name, and we was just talking about the man, you know, for like the last week or two. Like, yo, I wonder what's up with him. Like, something was, you know what I mean? So, like, when stuff be talking to you, like, you be, not actual voices, but when your spirit be talking to you, listen, bro. Listen to that shit.
Like, 3 different people that brought him up.
That's your therapist within.
3 different people brought him up.
That's the therapist within, bro. That means that his spirit was so strong, it was tapping in the niggas. He was tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we just felt
his spirit was in turmoil. I believe his spirit was in turmoil, and his spirit was reaching out to the closest ones to him. Like,
yo, when you get off this joint, go to the live. You're gonna be like, damn, that nigga
check it out.
Just said his name, big. Like, I did a live walking through the whole place.
Facebook or Instagram?
It was Instagram live.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Instagram live. But you know, rest in peace to Ali. Rest in peace to everybody, man. You know, it ain't even rest in peace, man. They just on a different level, man. But it's like we've been dealing with trauma all our life, man. You know, we just built up a mechanism for it. Like we used to it. So it's like, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, that's what have people break down at certain points of their life. Like you said, it be a build up. It be shit from 15 years ago, shit from 5 years ago, it be shit from 10 years ago.
That you never knew.
That you never dealt with. You never dealt with.
That you didn't get closure on. A lot of people, not to cut you off, a lot of people, you know, they tend to you know, live in denial for whatever reasons. Like, you know, there's been times within my life, like I haven't been the one to take on that denial type, but I've just blocked things off, like decompartmentalized it within my brain. I learned to do that.
Memory, like selective memory. You block out the shit you don't want to remember.
Exactly.
And then if you want to remember the bad shit,
exactly.
You put it in a Pandora box somewhere.
Exactly.
But nigga, that box is still there, B.
I had to learn what you had said though, as far as like having control over, to a degree, like the depression and the thoughts and ramming it. Like I can be my worst critic. I'll be harder on myself than anyone. Like I get in my own way sometimes. All of those kind of things, like, you know what I mean? So I had to learn how to be aware of that and stay out my own way. But I think it's that denial thing, and people just not dealing with the issues, like being accountable. Like a major key, I believe, is being accountable for your actions. That's like primo right there, you know. And after that, it's like, okay, then the other doors open up. But it's like once you put that block to accountability, you know what I mean, for whatever the situation may be, then it's like, then it hinders you from, you know what I'm saying, from the other parts of the growth. You know what I mean? It like everything that you had said earlier.
Yeah.
It's all interconnected.
Yeah, I'm glad you was able to change your life up. You know what I mean? Word. Because I know, you know, you look back like, you know, I know you change your life and evolving as a person. You know what I'm saying? So we all evolving every day, trying to just make ourselves better with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that should be crazy as you grow, when you be thinking different though. When you really be like, yo, I never thought like that. I thought the total opposite.
Yeah, like that's a fact. Like I really, not for nothing, that's key that you said that though, Lan, because I really had the pendulum upside down, bro. Like that's how I got to the point to be like, yo, like that's not normal, bro. It's not normal to be like, it's not normal, the conditions and the energy and all of this is not, it's not, bro. So like systematically, like psychologically, like that's how I was able to break all those different levels down, as far as like, okay, so that means if I'm dealing with this, then that means all these other niggas is dealing with that. Like whether they know it, whether they gonna tell me that they dealing with it, like that's how I got to all those points, because I felt like I was on no man's island for a minute, like a deserted island.
Always remember, you never alone, bro. You never alone with the shit you.
It was just that mask. It was just that mask that everyone had mastered though, but I didn't master that. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like I was always the one like hard on the sleeve or being transparent, as they say. But I learned that way too. My father told me, you know, being outside, like them niggas will kill you for the heart that you have, you know. So I had to learn that mask and all of that. So that just goes back to what you had said earlier, bro, about just putting on that, you know what I mean? That's basically what they call the armor of the Lord, basically the breastplate, the helmet, you know what I'm saying? Everything, you know what I mean? Even having your sword and your shield, like, you know what I mean? So
I know everybody's going through a real time, but how was your days, good brother? I'm gonna start off with you, D-Bang. How was your day today?
Yeah, Lan, like I told you, overall, bro, you know, my day was good. It's been a little hectic at work, you know what I mean? But I'm grateful for the job, you know what I mean? And I'm grateful for the structure. So it's like I've been able to adapt within that. There was a change in the supervisor that I'm directly connected to. So I had to, you know, fix that or whatever. And then just dealing in the environment. You know, I work over in right now I'm over in my row houses. I'm doing the litter in the morning and then the trash in the afternoon or whatever. So it like depends who I'm with in the after, you know, who I'm with for that work day, how 1 o'clock is gonna go when we get to that garbage. It's like 13 buildings. You never know how much is gonna be in there, how heavy, what's gonna be in there, how heavy. So outside of that though, bro, you know what I mean? And then I was able to have this to look forward to, knowing that Big C was coming on today. And, you know, you had everything organized. That was the blessing, you know what I'm saying, on my part, up until me calling you like, yo, wait a second, I'm late, you know, and me texting you like, yo, bro, wait a second, what time?
Late.
Yeah.
You wasn't late. You was just late for the early session. You know how I try to tell you to come in early just to make sure you on point.
Right.
So you don't be late.
Yeah. So outside of that though, bro, you know, my day was good. And this right here, you know what I'm saying? This definitely helped, you know what I'm saying, to end the day, bro. Being able to build with you brothers. And yeah.
Yep.
See, Gutter, I had to mute you for a second. You know, you had this shit sounding like an operating room.
Wasn't no fucking beeping in here.
Yes, it was.
I wasn't even.
I
wasn't even in my room.
Nigga. Then you took off the shades. I heard E. I like, they put my nigga. Come on, cut this out, man.
Yo, that nigga Corey took a shower and all that.
Yeah, this nigga.
Nah, I've been listening the whole time. I just came in my room. I was in the rec room, and then this retarded nigga came in there and turned up the radio, so I had to leave because I didn't want to start breaking on his ass.
Yeah, we ain't want you to get hostile.
And then just for the people, Big C, he wasn't actually retarded. It was like, it's his personality and everything you was talking about, right?
We can't use that word.
Nah, you retarded.
No disrespect. That man didn't even see him. He legally blind. He can state it how he want. He got to adjust. He don't know who he said that to. I know that's how it was. Whoever sound like that to that sounding nigga, that's who it is.
That's how I was able.
Yeah, but he do it all the time. He'll around that time he'll go in front of the radio and sing. He got like a head injury, like half his head is gone, so he really don't know how to talk. So that's why I say he retarded. But he retarded because he be stealing and doing and sexually harassing the nurses and all that shit. So that's why I don't mess with him.
He's trying to get away with retarded shit. He's not retarded. He's acting on being retarded.
Yeah.
How was your day? I see you came in here with the cut and all that. You already had the Rick Ross ready. How was your day, Big C?
I got the Corey Hepburn. I know Rick Ross. No.
All right, I know that was first. I heard it here first, nigga. That been the Corey Hepburn.
Yeah, I had the beer before the boss. Yeah, that's all good. Nah, but my day was good. I woke up, thank God I was feeling good. I was thinking about the forum all day because I wanted to go and come back and relax, and because I knew I wouldn't be able to smoke, you know what I'm saying? So I just said, let me get my smoking in, that way I could be here and not worried about that. Mm-hmm. I got to the appointment at the barbershop late because it's accessorized people, so that stressed me out a little bit. Once I got there and got in the cut, I was chopping up with Ali and Ray, and I got in my ride, and then when I got back, I went upstairs. I spoke to my daughter's mother about tomorrow, figure out what time we're gonna meet. And then I just wound down. I ate dinner, and that's when you hit me up. And I said I'll be on in 10 minutes. Wash my hands, smoke me a cigarette. And then I went and sat in the day room, and we chopped it up a little bit before everybody came on. So my day was good. I got a lot done today. I was on the phone with my health insurance companies and stuff like that, trying to get that stuff straight. Because I got to get some dental work, and I just want to get everything checked out. Most importantly for my eyes and my vision and stuff, because I'm trying to find these specialists to see if they could do my reattachment for my retina, because my transplant should be healed. It takes 2 years for it to heal, and the end of the month is coming up on 2 years. So I'm trying to find out and get a doctor to see if they could see if my corneal, the transplant, has meshed with my eye, and then they could do the reattachment and see if I get some of my vision back. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been on the phone with my health insurance and everything today.
You know what I'm saying? Claim it, bro. Claim it. Say that shit gonna heal, and
yeah.
Claim it.
Speaking,
I feel like it. I feel like this is only temporary, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's temporary.
So you pay attention to the shit that you're not. You like you said, you learning your anger. That was your biggest thing. You 300 pounds. You can't be angry.
No, I don't be angry. I just can't stand the BS. Like, I always been like that. But Miss K, God bless her soul, she always told me, everywhere I go, whether I was going to school, going to a basketball game, going to hang outside, behave. Mm-hmm. Behave. That's all she used to say, was behave.
Uh-huh.
And even to this day, that's all I ever hear now. Just behave. Even when I get upset, when I want to curse people out, I walk away. You know what I'm saying? I curse under my breath. Mm-hmm. I go outside, I smoke a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? I get on my phone. and I just get away. You know what I'm saying? Cause I already know how I come off on people. Since I came in
Bless
here,
you, brother.
you know what I mean? It's already like, oh, you a big guy. Oh, you a big guy. I've been hearing that all my life. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
don't know your own strength. You know, you gotta watch not only how close you get to people, but what you say because you so tall. But I'm like, I'm just a regular person. You can see past how big I am. You
Mm-hmm.
you you could basically see right through me, and I know a lot of y'all saw that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm the way I am with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm real relaxed. I'm real cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it's other people. Sometimes I feel
Love you
like I gotta
too,
put a
bro.
defense up. I gotta put a defense up sometimes, and it's not because like you don't know me, you don't violate me, but I'm not gonna make myself vulnerable to a stranger. You know what I'm saying? I don't, and the only way I become vulnerable if you open up and you tell me something, and I'll be like, you know what, like, you know, but then I gotta have evidence too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not an
Mm-hmm.
open book. You really like me and you, Bam. Like, you know what I mean? We got history. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I know if I had opportunity to talk to you, I can always talk to you, and you gonna give it to me
Uh-huh.
real. You ain't gonna sugarcoat it, and you might make a little joke out of it. You know what I mean? To get
Mm-hmm.
me out of my nasty mood. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we got a strong connection, and I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I mean, and Banger, you too. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, I didn't even know you was going for those 4 years when you came back. You know what I'm saying? So that's how. You know, when I saw you, I'm like, damn, man, like 4 years went by so fast. So you being a reputation of you spending all that time in jail, and then my life going by, so you know what I mean, not really paying attention, and you've been going, and I'm like, damn, like in those 4 years, I can't even remember what I did when I saw you. So, and now being in this position, like I try to remember everything. You
I
know what I'm
can see.
saying?
I
Not,
can
not,
see by how you explained your day, nigga. You gave us since you got up. I'm
yeah,
about
you
to
know,
say,
yeah,
you what the fuck? This before you gonna be a cop or something?
yeah. I had to
Yes,
go through
nah,
that.
this nigga broke down everything he did.
Yeah, because your eyes kind of make up for you not wanting to talk and stuff because you could see things visually and remember it, and you don't have to speak a word, but you can still. But now me, I gotta ask questions. I gotta know who I'm talking to, what's going on. You know, I gotta take it really, piecemeal in a sense. You know, I got to take it time. So I really got to remember. I got to, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just write stuff down and put it away. I got to
Mhm.
store that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel
everything.
you.
You know what I'm saying? So,
So now you can't do
yeah.
what we now see. You gotta thank me now because I was preparing you. See, my
Thank you.
man used to be a teacher, right? And he'd come to my house every day after work, and he think just because this nigga taught for 8 hours, now he can lose common sense. So he gonna turn off his brain. So then he gonna go, yo, Bam, why a nigga always gotta think around you? Cause every time he come around
Yeah,
me, he do
yeah,
something that's crazy. I'm
yeah,
like, yo, my nigga,
yeah.
you a
Like I
teacher.
come, I come to this
Like,
nigga to
what the fuck
chill.
are you?
He like,
You
nah,
like,
nah. Ain't no chilling over here.
nah,
You know. Always hit me with some shit like that. I just spent 8 hours thinking. Nigga, I don't want to think. I want to smoke this blunt. I want to
nah.
chill.
And now you have to put into perspective. You have to pay attention to your whole day.
Yeah, I gotta really pay. I gotta remember everything, and what helps. I write. I make notes in my phone and stuff like that. So instead of me speaking into the phone and it typing what I say, I just do the voice note thing where I could just record the note, and then when I press the button and press play, I remember everything I said.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that now. So if I talk to somebody on the phone, after I'm done, I go immediately to the voice and I say, I spoke to a lady named so and so from United Healthcare, da 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 da. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Voice
October
memos are big now.
October 11th, around
Mhm.
6 p.m. I try to get as niche as I possibly can. Just
Yeah.
so because I
No,
remember in the very beginning when I lost my sight, it was like, who are you or who I'm talking to? I don't remember. Oh, I spoke to this lady and this lady said this, and it's always
mhm.
this lady or this guy, and I'm not knowing what department they from. So you really can't help me because I can't see. I can't describe you how the person looked,
Mhm.
but me trying to describe you or what was said, like, oh, I know that person. I know that person. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I was getting frustrated. So I just had to figure another way out to, you know what I'm saying? Don't ask me to be a bystander because I can't see it. I ain't see nothing, officer. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you know what
Hey,
I'm
you.
saying?
Hey,
So
you
yeah,
back? How was your day, good brother? I'm sorry,
yeah.
Aaron. Hold on, he might be still paused for a second.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. I just want to figure out, let everybody get how their day was going
My
on.
day was good, man.
I'll tell you, well, my day was, I can't complain. My day was hectic like it always is. I never seen to get no sleep, but that ain't nothing. I sleep when it's time. I was running around trying to get everything prepared for the show. I had to go to B&H, so I went down to B&H. I had to get a different tripod for my mic. So I went down there, got that done. I came back. I had to make a couple more runs. Rolled up a couple blunts and got prepared for the show. Made sure I hit everybody early so we can get a little bit of the idea on how we was going.
Yeah, that's good.
So I guess he must have had to do something. He jumped out for a second. Yeah, got to adjust that, but everybody was gonna go through. Like you said, me and Corey, we spoke for a little while before that. Got in with Banger, you know.
Yeah. But you know, it's all good, man. Like I'm sitting here and I'm just I'm all, you know me, Bam. I'm always thinking, you know, through our conversations, you know, and I remember you saying how you don't be no sleep because I remember sometimes like we be in your crib when you was living, you know, back on 46, like 3, 4 in the morning and shit like that, playing the music, you know what I'm saying, smoking, you know what I'm saying, talking. So I remember, you know what I'm saying, and now I got sleepless nights because my attention ain't nowhere, you know what I'm saying. So I'll go to sleep now and I'll be up by 12:30 and then I'll be up to like 5 in the morning. And then I'll start my day. I'll get in the shower, I'll eat my breakfast, I'll lay down until like 9. Then I go out like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and you know what I'm saying? So it's been like clockwork. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but I feel you. That's if you get to get a shower, you get in the shower, that's like a new day. That's good. At least you get to breathe again. Sometimes you got to move so much. You ain't even in the shower right away.
Yeah. So, and I'm always
working the way the water's supposed to work, and it's just so many motherfucking different obstacles that can come when you're trying to move at a certain time. It's like when you got a job and you only have that time period to do the job. Everything's gonna come into play within those hours. After those hours, you ain't gonna never have nothing to do. It's gonna seem like a fucking merry-go. Everything is cool after that. But during those low hours where it seems like you got to do something, everything is gonna come up, and it's gonna seem like you can be busy.
Yeah, I just want to stay busy because you know me, I always been busy. I always got something to do. Now I got all this time, and I'm laying here, and then I really got to plan out my day. Like you know, sometimes you know how you just know you got to get dressed, and you just getting dressed, you getting fresh, and then you putting your clothes on. Now you thinking about what you got to do. I got to think about what I got to do step by step while I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I might forget something on my bed, then I get all the way outside, getting ready to go. Now I gotta figure out. I gotta remember how to get back upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain things that you don't gotta think because you can see. You know what I'm saying? But I really gotta listen to everything, and I really gotta remember where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? But you know everything. I think everything that I've been through, good or bad, like you said earlier, like really prepared me.
But you answered the question. You answered the question that I had, because the first thing I wanted to know was, like, since you was able to see things before, would it be more difficult or would it be less difficult? But you said it seems to be a little less difficult because at least you have an image of what was going on before.
Yeah.
When you stated that before, when we had a conversation off the air, you said, because when I'm coming to the block on 46, I pretty much know how I'm getting around just because of the area. I've seen it so many times in life. I already know it.
Yeah. You walk around the corner to the store so much, you kind of like, you know what I mean? But it's different now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know, I got the big grate when you go up the block. So I know when I'm coming around the brownstone, I tend to hit that gate and I know I'm going the right direction. Then I know it's a tree, and then I know it's that little space that's always been abandoned, and it's the old store, and then it's Miss King, you know, brownstone, and then it's T brownstone. Like I know that, but I could see it, but actually doing it, it's a little bit of
it's still a little hassle.
Yeah, it's a little. I'm a little like hesitant to do it. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, that just comes with practice. You know, so. and just having confidence, you know. So
Yeah, but and then at the end, like you said, at this point, you almost mastered that.
no, not nowhere near, man. It's a
No,
slow
meaning
build.
around the block, going to the
Oh,
block by yourself.
yeah. Once I logged on, you know what I'm saying? Once I said,
Mhm.
all right, I remember this now, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't really you know what I mean? I thank God like I paid attention. You know, you gotta pay attention to where you're going, but you don't really look at everything when you walking down the block. You only looking about where you gotta go and what you're trying to avoid. But
Mhm.
when I had realized I've been on every side of the block, all around the block, riding bikes, playing ball, I know the block. So I had to really like step out of this and really visualize it. You know what I mean? Like my memories is like my vision in a sense, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that makes sense.
I'm like right now in my bed, I could picture me standing in front of the building. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's like I use that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like frames, like how you doing a like a scene or a video for like a movie or for like some type of picture book. It's frame by frame. It's not like in succession. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm passing T Bill, and now I'm passing Mo and them joint, and now I'm passing Elon and them joint. Now I'm at you know what I'm saying? It's like
So
the tree, the sidewalk, you know what I mean?
so like now we see you in
Yeah.
your bed. What's your downtime like? Would you just listen to interviews or listen to what do you do? Listen to books?
Oh yeah, I got an audio book that I listen to sometimes. It got some of the Bible stories on it. The different books in the Bible, it got like a story, so it's very descriptive.
Mm-hmm.
It has narrative, and then I mean, I just watch TV. Um, when we don't got ESPN and NBA TV, so we only got TNT. So I look forward to watching the games on Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Uh-huh.
um, and I speak to my daughter. So usually the time I be sleep because I be up so early. But
This is when
um,
we might go viral. So you wanna this is gonna be a joke, y'all. But he
oh
wanted
my
to be a
God,
sucker and said I had curls. And so and he always remembered me with curls. So now when you hear them say Kevin Durant, do you remember you jumping and holding his shoulders in the rucker?
I remember. I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I was
Every
in the.
time you hear,
No,
he's
no,
smart
no,
now.
no. I
When you
remember.
hear
I
that,
remember when we had. I
I
remember when I came to your house
remember.
and you was like, "Nah, B, yo, what's up, Corey? Yo, you grabbing men's shoulders now?" And I'm like, "What you talking about?" Not realizing that I was, because you remember when we
I
watched the
got
video, you saw
I
me
got the
scoot out of
tape.
there because I
Remember?
realized I was on the tape. And then here you come, like, damn, I hope nobody see it. Then here you come. I'm coming to get something from you, and that's the first thing you show me.
You know, nigga, because
Man,
I got the
shoulders.
yo,
And you
hold
know
up.
that look you give, man. You got the look of death. When you turn your head to the side and you look at somebody and you do that face, like that knobby face, got him. You know you got it, nigga. So every time you do that, I already knew.
You know, like when you talk to somebody, you gonna go, so who was this? Who
And then I was denying it. You was like, shoulders, replay, shoulders, replay, rewind, shoulders. I was like, I didn't grab the man's shoulders. I damn sure grabbed the man's shoulders, B.
Yo, yo,
I'm sorry, A. I tried to put you in and I
yo,
didn't put
yo.
myself.
Uh,
What'd you say?
I tried
we
to
was so.
I was trying to put you
Nah,
up
what
there.
happened was I was in the car. I was charging the joint in the car. So
Uh-huh.
the car charger wasn't powerful enough to keep me on the joint, but I
No,
just
you
wanted to
Yeah,
cool.
come back on and say goodnight to everybody and all
No,
that. You
yeah,
know
we
what I
good
mean?
night.
just was no. Before we even finished, I was asking you. I was saying, "Yo, A, how
Wait,
was
wait,
your
wait,
day?"
wait. Hold on, Ben. Hold on. What you say?
Before anything, I was saying when you freezed out, I was going, "Yo, A, how your day been?" I know you
Oh, my day was cool. You know what I'm learning how to do? I'm learning how to, like, when I don't have nothing going on, I'm learning how to just relax, my nigga.
for romance
And
shit.
come to the realization that I don't have to be doing something all the time.
Hmm.
I don't have to be outside all the time. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
what I needed, you know what I'm saying? So I had a
But I
good
need to
day.
be active.
You know, I was enjoying this weather. I ain't really do too much. I
Mhm.
went out early, you know, and just I ain't do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But sometime in life is gonna be days like that where you just being.
Yeah.
So when I don't have nothing to do, I'm just being, bro, because that's a part of mental health too. Just knowing how to just chill and be like, yo, I'ma just fuck around. I'ma go back in the house, look at some TV, because you know, we feel like we got to be doing something all the time, or if we ain't doing nothing, we feel like we ain't accomplishing nothing. But sometimes that's just mental health alone.
I got to reset.
Knowing how to fucking chill.
Now,
so that's how my day went. I ain't have no physical therapy on my shoulders or nothing like that. You know, I'm waiting for them to let me start it back up. So while I ain't got nothing to do, I'm just, you know, being for right now, bro, and getting my mind right. You know what I'm saying? Keeping my mind right. You feel me?
Now the joke was Corey wanted to say he remembered me forever with Jerry curls, right? So I asked him. He said he loved watching the game still, so he can't wait for TNT to play the game. So now I'm saying, all right, no problem. But when you hear Durant name, do you remember you grabbing his shoulders?
Yo, y'all stupid.
Yo, hey. Trying to tell me though. When the incident happened, he gonna go, nah, man, I wasn't doing it. And I hit him with the whole shit. Summer Jam. There you go. Dude, who's that, Corey?
It was funny because when I went over there, to get something from her, and he was like, "What's up, Corey?" He's like, "Yo, so what did you do today?" I was like, the other day. It's like nothing. And he's like, "Oh, it's like you ain't been grabbing men's shoulders lately?" And I'm like, "What men's shoulders? What you talking about?" And he went to the YouTube and showed me the video. And it was a Durant where he had the 66 in the Rucker.
He remember?
And then he go to the part where, you know, the nigga Duke Tango go, I am the best, right? So he hit the three and everybody got on the court one time, and then the second time, I didn't go the first time. I didn't go the first time, but the second time he hit, everybody ran the court. You see me jumping in front of the nigga, and then everybody grabbing him. You see me grab his shoulders, and then I realized the camera was on me, so I run away, and then Bam kept replaying it. He kept playing it. Replay, play, shoulders. Replay, play, shoulders.
I went to parties with my nigga. He played the football, the linebacker man. He never had no rhythm or nothing. That man Durant hit that shot. He got in sync with him when he was jumping. Him and Durant was jumping.
Yeah, because when I ran, I was like one of the first people that ran up on him, no lie. And I didn't want to touch him, so I just sit there and I was like hopping, like, because he was hopping, and then mad people started grabbing him, and then I grabbed his shoulder.
Go look at it, Durant and Rucker.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, Durant had 66 in the Rucker.
All right, I'm gonna look that joint up, B.
Yeah, that shit was like in the that shit was like 2010 or some shit like that, I think, or something. I don't know. Yeah.
We gonna let you go. Hey, we know that you got.
Nah. I'm about to order some Tang Dragon.
Yeah, business, brother.
Some shrimp and broccoli with garlic sauce with 4 chicken wing fried hard.
I love you and I appreciate you.
Yeah,
bro.
love y'all too, bro.
You already know.
Love y'all too, man. To the next episode.
Indeed, we on Saturday at 6. If anything, chime in. You already know. Everybody's always welcome. You know how we do.
Yeah. Just send me the link when y'all about to get it popping.
And you know it'll come.
And you know this, man. All right, God bless all y'all, man. Yo, Corey, have a good night, man.
You too,
all
man.
Y'all have a good night, T. Everybody.
God bless, man. Be good, man.
Peace.
God bless you too, eh?
Yeah, that shit is crazy. My man was on. They got a bobblehead doll, B, and it gotta come with the nigga Durant got a bobblehead doll that come with fan.
Hey,
they come with the fan on the shoulder, and that's my man Corey.
Hey yo, we got it. That's the next idea.
All right, I got some, boy. All right, August.
That nigga want to call me. He want to say I got Jerry curls in his mind still.
All right, August. Yo, D, I call him August because I told a nigga, I said, yo, you look like August Alsina, B.
Hey, yo. Let me find out. Hey, yo.
That's the entanglement nigga with Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's him.
Nah, man, that nigga's wrong. They gonna have Will ban me.
Hey,
They said
Yeah.
he looked like August.
Yeah, nah, it's all good, man.
Then we on Facebook. Don't have me at the red table for no bullshit, man.
hey, yo.
Nah, you don't want to go on that red table talk. I've been reading about that shit.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit
they
is for the
deep in
birds.
it over there. I heard.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
They see how they suckers. Paparazzi be wrong, B. They be wrong. They try to catch you at your worst and do you dirty. They got the picture. They got the picture. Jada got her legs wide open. Will got his folded clothes.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
That's bananas.
Just the thought of it. I'll be like, yo, these niggas know what they be sending out in the messages. They be so whack.
Yeah,
they'll take a million shots just to catch that one. What's whack is her legs was probably open for 2.4 seconds. Nigga caught it.
Oh, that's the one. We gonna use this one.
Yo, look how he looked, B.
Yeah.
She looked like she was ready. They gonna say, look, and put it on the other side in the captions, have a little bubble. She was checking out Austin. Oh.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, man. The way she be talking and all that, man. She be coming for the nigga, and now the nigga can't please her sexually no more. And I'm like, oh my God, man. And this man is making movies, and he's still making movies, making millions of dollars. And then come to find out, they got a really open relationship or whatever. But
listen,
I still like Will Smith.
That's why you got to stick to. Sometimes you got to listen to what the hood say. You know how you meet a girl, you go to her hood, and you find out that's a whole different girl than who you thought you met. Pop told you years ago. He had her in a video. She got around. Come on, my nigga. He did this years ago.
Yo,
you can't stop when you can't stop that.
Yo,
especially if you're not right. If you're not right, then you can't listen. Let her do what she do.
Yeah.
Yo, Lane, my fault. Go ahead. Yeah.
Nah, you gravy.
Now, my fault. I was gonna say I don't have a KD story, but I got a Will Smith story though.
Don't do a Will Smith story. That's not really where you want to go right now. We at the 6 degrees of separation, Will, and you do not want to go.
But it's not a bad story. But it's not a bad story.
I was just being foolish.
yeah. Like I wouldn't even line me up like that. But more or less, it was just my neighbor. You know the building I stayed in out there across the street or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my neighbor, he had his own art gallery. And he was doing business with this brother down in the in Tribeca or whatever. So that's when I was on my music grind when I had the covers and everything. So I was selling my CDs in the village, and so my neighbor called me, and he was like, "Yo, old boy said he could get you signed. He could get you a deal." So I was down.
Will Smith was gonna get you a deal.
Pardon?
Will Smith was gonna get you the deal?
Nah, he was talking about dude that he was doing business with at the time, with the art gallery. So he was more or less telling me about him, how he said he could get me signed, get me a deal. So when I got back down, over to the gallery, I was passing out flyers for the next art show. So when I walked in, he was like, "I could get you signed, I could get you a deal. Come here." So I walked behind the desk, and he had his computer and like the Rolodex that you have on your computer with all the names and numbers. So out my peripherals, I'm looking, I see Overbrook Entertainment, but at the end of the day, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Hold on. You said that fast. You see what entertainment?
Overbrook Entertainment. I saw Overbrook, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together at the time. I wasn't even aware. So he dials the number, the speaker's on. So then we'll pick up. He like, "Hello? Oh, Ja. Hello? Hold on.
Hold on. That's how you want to represent their voice? They sounded like that?
All right. Well, at the end of the day, no voices. So more or less what happened was, okay, so Will picked up and he was like, "Hello?" I just did it again. Never mind. So
don't worry about it.
Yeah, basically that little basic exchange right there, the greeting. And he sang him happy birthday. When he sang dude happy birthday, it was his birthday. when he sang him happy birthday,
Will
that's when
sung
I
it?
knew how tight they were, more or less. So basically, you know, he was breaking down who I was, what's going on. I got, you know, how this new act. And that was like one of the conversations where I first heard press kit or whatever. He was like, you know, who is he? Does he have a press kit? So
Hold up. Could I ask you a question? So
All
you
right,
telling me that Will Smith sung happy birthday to this dude?
that's a fact.
The whole song or the 50 Cent version?
Nah, it wasn't the whole song, bro. At the end of the day, it was just on some hello, oh Jai. You know what I'm saying? Because it was Jai's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he was like, oh Jai. And that's when he basically sang him happy birthday. But it wasn't the whole rendition, if that's the correct word or whatever. It wasn't the whole rendition.
Was it the 50 version? He started off boom, boom.
Nah,
Yeah, nigga.
it wasn't.
Yeah,
Nah,
nigga. Boom, boom.
It wasn't
boom.
that.
We gonna party in the, that's
Nah.
or did he happy birthday to you?
Yeah, something similar.
He calls him on that.
The rendition was something similar to that, Land. It wasn't specific, like not verbatim. Okay, he sang him happy birthday. All right, and then that's when they got into the convo. Whatever, he was asking him who I was. I introduced myself, and at the end, he was like,
hold on. What did you introduce yourself as? D Banger?
Nah. At that point, I didn't say D Banger. I said Deion Johnson.
I'm sorry, it was just two.
Deion Johnson.
It was just two right there.
Yeah, nah, I know. I knew at that point. Now, you asked me though because you know me. You know me. That's why you asked me that. You feel me? But nah, I wasn't on D Banger mode. I was stuck on my neighbor calling me and telling me what he said, me pulling up, Josh saying what he said, and then now Will's on the speaker. You feel me? So I'm like, yeah, Deion Johnson, you know. So I was in that mode more or less. But yeah, he was like, you know, get everything over to me. My dude is here to pick me up. I gotta go get my BMW. My BMW got broken into. I gotta get it out the shop. You know what I'm saying? And then he was out basically, you know, but that was just basically that was just a, you know, add on to it wasn't the KD version.
So where did you meet Will?
No, I didn't meet him, bro. I told you, dude called him, bro. He called him. It was on speakerphone, bro. I didn't meet him. There's a whole other part of the story. They
gonna hear you say it's Will the first time I met Will. All right.
Nah, I didn't. Nah, I said it wasn't. Yeah. Hey, yo, Big C. Like, Big C. Now, the first time
hold up. Let's unmute the brother. C gotta. Oh, John, he just left. He must have had technical difficulties. You lucky.
Yeah,
he didn't really. Hold on, he didn't leave.
I just turned the camera off.
He just turned the camera off. See, Gutter. Now, when a man started off the whole conversation, right? Then he said, "Do you want to know the first time I met Will Smith?" Right?
Yeah.
Nah, hold up. Hold up. Nah, all right.
Hold up, what?
Nah, first off, nah, bro. Because all right.
All right, what? That's what you heard.
All right, so
see, Gutter, is that what you heard? I want to know. All right, what?
All right, so yeah. I said it wasn't like it was. Now I know I didn't say the first time. All right,
what? You want to say you wanted to know when I met Will Smith.
What I said
his
was
Durant moment. This was right after his Durant, the Durant.
So what I said was, so that may be why you were saying it that way, because what I had said was it's not the same as the KD joint. You feel me?
Finds mortified. Ain't that something Loaded Lux to say? His battle just dropped too. So Fine is mortified.
Oh, I had not to change the subject. 9 out of 10, you may have been right. It wasn't me meeting him. It was a Will Smith story, but it was the conversation that I was speaking on. It wasn't exactly like the KD joint was what I meant to say, right? It wasn't exactly like that, but it was similar in a sense because we were on that topic of the red table and all of that.
Yeah.
Nah, you know me. I'm just asking.
Even though I'm not able to see you, your camera's off. You got it.
Stop, leave it. Yeah, I was just asking. I just wanted to know. Leave it, I said. I was just asking. This little nigga, man. Stop. Or I'll hurt you.
What's going on over there?
You got a nap.
Land Daddy. Daddy Land.
Get out of here.
You should make a movie called Daddy Land.
Oh,
you call that shit rapping with kids.
That could be a reality show, man.
It's gonna be like Queens. You got these motherfuckers. They really want waking you up and fucking up the middle of your bars, like smacking the shit out of babies. You fucked up. I'm just playing.
Now I gotta record this again.
Hey, yo.
Oh man. Yeah, I said that one time. I said you don't understand. Like the freedom of when you used to just be able to just think freely, and you used to that whole like you used to have they could take it for granted. They could be taking it for granted, and then when you don't get 5 minutes, you be like, "Yo, hold up, man." I used to go crazy if I sat in a room for 20 minutes alone. Now, if I get 20 minutes without hearing something, that shit is a miracle. These little niggas got me 20 minutes. I'm the champ today. They respect my love. But fellas, I appreciate y'all for the show today, man. It was a good one.
Appreciate you too, man. I appreciate you, Big C.
Corey, man. I appreciate you from the support from the beginning. You know you always chime in on what's going on and you pay attention and make sure you're aware.
Yeah,
regardless. Even when I see him on the block, he be talking like he going, yo, Bam, when the next time I can pull up at you, where your spot at? You look at this thing, you gonna pull up on me. Like you got to, all right, we gonna pull up. But just talking energy-wise and spirit, you know how that feels so good to have you in that energy and that spirit. Because like we said, a lot of people, they take for the moment that they in and they let it bring them down. And that shit can harbor you and it can fuck you up for life. Like my man A was saying, we don't know how if you're not mentally connected with your shit, how everything's just thrown off, how your legs don't work the way they supposed to, your coughing, your heart's not everything, man. Can't digest your food if you eat. So you gotta make sure you stay grounded and you release and you let these things out.
That's a fact. That's a Snapple fact. Yeah.
See, we're about to cut this off. I'm gonna let you go so me and D Bacon can end this off and we can go off on a good note. I appreciate you, bro. That didn't mean make all of the funky sound effects now. Don't start DJing. Like, this nigga ain't blind, man. This nigga went outside to smoke a cigarette. He took a shit in the episode. He done did everything. Come on, man. Y'all niggas a contract, man. Y'all niggas think y'all slick. Y'all bamboozle on YouTube. We ain't do that shit. We don't see no camera because I was dealing with the nurse. Nah, I look home now when you're dealing with the nurse. All right, have a good one, bro. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow, man.
All right, Big C.
All right.
Banger.
What's good, Lane?
What could I say, man? How we gonna close this off?
Well, more or less, how did you think everything went today? Let's start off with that.
There we go.
I can't say how things. I can't say it. I hear about to try to take over this shit. YouTube us to death, so we about to end this. So I ain't gonna worry about him. But
all right.
Basically, yo, I appreciate the forum. Like just when you set the forum and you see where it can go, it's like a different story because I wouldn't imagine that it would be to everybody what it was to me right away. So for my brothers to come in and for them to chime in and for them to be able to release themselves and really give you something to let you know, like, this helps, and showing you how it can help. I appreciate that. And it shows you how you don't always have to feel like you have to say something or be the vocal one to let the forum take over, and they can see how it can operate when it just happens to be you the one that may need somebody's ears for that day. So I like the way it's all turning out. I appreciate everybody that's been involved so far, and I welcome whatever comes in the future, because I already know when I start to do things and I put my head into how big it can go. I was trying to get a little things, situated, like the comments that I see that was going on Facebook. I couldn't get them live. That's why I switched computers. But I get all of that worked out as time going. I ain't gonna stress that, because even with the little glitches, and as you can see, when we first crashed in the beginning, then we crashed, and then our episode wound up being just as good, if not better, than our last episode. So it's like you can't get mad at the waves or the energy. You just play by it and you go through it regardless. Like we say every day, I feel like the devil trying to stop a nigga from doing what you're gonna do today. You just continue your path. And at the end of it, we positive.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, bro. I definitely appreciate you, Land, just for staying on top of everything. And like we said from that phone call, bro, from that day I called you, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, let me check in with Land. From that day, you know what I mean? Like we've been grinding ever since before then. But as far as like, everything just coming together. And
we said it start from mind, body, and soul. So it started with the body. Remember, we started with the track work. We started just running to get ourselves in the shape first, get our mind right, our body right. Started to build that way, continue to build, stay on that page for years, and then the next level come, we start to build on that too.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact.
Staying productive and staying focused.
Yeah, it's levels for everything. I definitely enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed the episode and appreciated the brothers coming on and being able to share, their intimate side, basically, like, you know what I mean? And then for them to be able to be their own therapist in the midst of all of that, like coming on because the forum is here for them to be able to express themselves. But when they're expressing themselves, the epitome of being your own therapist comes out in their ways and actions as well.
And how my man was able to express himself about him just going through the loss of his mother, like that's things that we can't fathom until you go through those situations. You don't even want to picture those situations. So
I couldn't even fathom the reality of that. Didn't even know who would say anything remotely close to anything like that.
And like I was talking in the beginning, I know the situations of what's going on, but that's not my position to just try to, bring that out for a subject matter. When he felt comfortable and he felt like he wanted to bring it out and express it, then it was I was happy. But in reality, I know that's the same type of feeling, like you're saying. We go through a lot of grief. We all go through that type of shit, and it'd be whack when you got to go through it alone. You feel like you can't talk to your brothers, and it ain't even like you can't talk to your brothers. It's just that at that moment you might not be connected. So for it to be used for the reason that it was used for, when somebody really needed it, and they was able to reach out and get that out, and get out that moment and see everything for what it was worth, and put us on for anybody else who's going through those positions in life at this time. That was good.
Yeah, that was next level right there, bro. It hasn't even been a month. Hasn't even been 30 days. So like,
and look, I hear him. He think he's in control.
Why want to push down?
Why won't the control go down?
Yo, bro. So basically, people of the world, we're gonna get ready to sign off right now.
Indeed. We appreciate everybody that keep tuning in, and even those that leave comments on Facebook. I see you, Mel Black. I see you, Henny.
Definitely appreciate everybody.
I see you, Irv. If somebody on there now that I might have not just said, I apologize, but I see everybody that was on there. It's just that it's not popping up the way it's supposed to right away, but it will in the future. We're about to sign off and be out. This is Be Your Own Therapist. This is Landlord.
This is D. Banger Thomas, people of the world.
And we appreciate your time.